I mean, again, he doesn't know who Gabriel is, right? Because he didn't come from an Abrahamic faith. The people of Mecca were pagan.
The Quran is mentioned, if this book was from other than God, they would have found in it many contradictions.
If a book is without contradictions, that has no bearing on whether it comes from God or not. I've had phone books that are inerrant, but I certainly don't think God gave them.
That we believe without understanding.
The brother asked a very important question, that most of the scholars say that listening to music, watching movies, and most of the television programs, they're haram. So how can we have fun? Let me tell you, brother, at the outset, that having fun is permitted in Islam as long as the fun is halal fun.
All right, hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. Please invite your friends and let us have some good time together. We are going to have some fun, halal fun, and actually it's very fun, you know, to read the Quran and to see the deep science of the Quran. You know, if you search in YouTube, you will find a million videos, if not 10 millions, maybe, I'm not sure how many. Articles and, you know, all over. All of them, they speak about the scientific facts in the Quran, and they put for you even pictures of, you know, actors who have nothing to do with this religion. Just to convince you, just to get you click. So like this one have 1.5 million. Do science and Quran say the same thing? Oh yeah, sure. You know, Allah, he created the stars so he can shoot shaitan in his ass if we try to spy at him. And, you know, there's a stars only in the lowest heaven. And then the Muslim, the same Muslim who claims science in the Quran, they say when the Quran say lower heaven, he means the atmosphere. So the stars are in the atmosphere. This is the same book who do not know which one Allah created first, the stars or the trees, the mountains, or, you know. So look how many, and look, they put for you Einstein and etc. Look, Einstein there, scientific miracle in the Quran. And then in the beginning, you see Einstein. And very famous, and sure, later they will say after he died, he converted to Islam. Dr. Alison Petty, plumber, scientist fact, finally accepting the Quran is from Allah. Would I accept the Quran from Allah, me myself? Because that will not change anything. Allah is stupid. My Skype is open. If there is any Muslim, he dare to call us. And as you see, our topic today is about the IFRIT. This is my Skype. If you are a Muslim, and Muslim only, please. If you are a Muslim and you believe the Quran is a book made by someone, you call him Allah, Aka Muhammad, call me and let us see how this Ifrit he jump in your Muslim books. See, the Quran is a book of science. So there's a guy, his name is Solomon. Solomon is a Jew. This Solomon, he have a flying carpet. All of us, we saw the flying carpet of Aladdin. Aladdin is a collection of stories, but actually it's not like, you know, they say to you there's an author for it. No, it's a collection of stories used to be mentioned in the population, like in the Middle East. Specifically, most of it's coming from Persia, India, and then they come to the Middle East. So there's Aladdin. He have a flying carpet. He have a girlfriend. And in the monkey, like here you see a monkey, but not in the story. And he have a genie. He find a candle. He cleaned the dust from the candles. The genie come from the candle. But all of those things we see in the Quran. I challenge any Muslim to say to me, I'm lying. You see, obviously, the one who wrote the Quran, he is speaking to people with the mindset of 6, 7 years old kids. Muhammad, he lived between the Jews. And the Jews, they have tons of stories. Some of them, they tell them to their kids before bedtime. And some of them, you know, they believe in them. And many of them, they are false. Muhammad, he lived between the Jews, and he started hearing. And whatever he hear, he put in his book. The Jews, they came to him, they told him, tell us about a prophet, his name, Zulqarnain. Zulqarnain, Alexander the Great. Because they told him he is a prophet, Muhammad, he have to make him a prophet. And suddenly Zulqarnain is a prophet of Allah. And then he took story from a story written by a fiction writer from Syria, exists long before Muhammad. That the Zulqarnain, he's called this way because, you know, the Roman, they use to wear a hat, have two horns in the time of war. So the guy, his name is Zulqarnain. Zulqarnain means the man with the two horn, or the person, or the one who is with two horn. This was Zulqarnain mean. Muhammad, he took the story. First, in the beginning, he could not answer them. He asked for some time. Supposedly Allah will send him revelation. But what happened? He asked people around him about Zulqarnain, and he come to conclusion or the story. And the story is very simple. Zulqarnain is a person. He conquered the whole earth. He found where the sun set. He found where the sun rise. He found next to it, you know, people who live there. They don't understand the word. They told him, can you build for us a dam so you can stop the people of Gog and Magog? And then if we ask ourselves about Gog and Magog, I mean, you see the description come from the Muslims. First of all, they are Asian, because Muhammad always, he looked at the Asian as an evil race, because he is racist. So he described Gog and Magog as Asian people who, you know, actually the Turk, according to Muslims, the Turkish is one of Gog and Magog people. Now, maybe if you look at the Turkish today, they don't look Asian anymore, because after they occupy the Greek land, and they occupy Constantinia, and they rape hundreds of thousands of women, and they have kids from them. So now if you go to Constantinia, a so-called false name Istanbul, you will see that they are blonde, they have blue eyes, they have a, you know, so they don't look really like you know, the Turkish in the old days. But Muhammad described him in the Hadith in a very ugly way, and he made fun of their look. So he described her face as if it's like as if you drive over it. It's a flat. It is you know. Even he forbid the Muslim from fighting them because they are so strong and the Arab are so weak. So they are no match because they are not human. You know, those Turkish. So if we go in the Hadith, an example. Muhammad, he says, leave the Turkish as long as they left you. And if you ask yourself why, because Muhammad, he knew that Turkish are more savage than the Arab. And in the old days, and even now, the more savage you are, especially if you have the weapon, you will be victorious, you know. So Muhammad, he says, utruk Turk. Let us see where the Hadith. Let us find it. And Muhammad, he predicted that the Arab, they will conquer Constantinia, but what happened is the opposite. It was the Turkish. You know, Muhammad in his time, he was speaking to the Muslims who they are Arab. Maybe we can say 99.9 of them, they are Arab. And he took an army and he went to Tabuk to invade the Romans so he can take Constantinia all the way. But he failed and he came back and he stayed between his legs. And then more than 1,000 years after, the Turkish, they were able to conquer Constantinople, and I pray to the Lord we will have it back sooner or later. You never lose your right as long as you are asking for it and teaching your kids about it. Here you see the Muhammad saying, the Prophet SAWS said, let the Absasian alone as long they let you alone. Why? Because he believed that the Absasian, the Ethiopian, they are very, very aggressive and they are very strong. So you better stay away from them, otherwise they will kill you, they will destroy you. So Muhammad was looking for easy target to attack, and same he said to the Turkish, he said, let the Turk alone as long they leave you alone, which means don't attack them, attack everybody, except the Ethiopian, except the Turkish. In different place, Muhammad, he described him. And those are the Gog of Magog people. And Muhammad, he predicted that the time you fight the Turkish is the time of the judgment day. And this is again proven that Muhammad is a false prophet. He never predicted that the Turkish, they will become Muslim themselves. So he said the last hour would not come until the people wearing shoes of hair fighting against you, having their faces like hammered shield. So Muhammad making fun of the Asian people, how their face look like. So he described them in such a way. And you know, he made fun of the black people too, and I wonder how in the world anyone who's black, he can even accept, black or Asian, he can accept such a white supremacist cult. Here you will see Muhammad making it clear that those are the Turkish, because somebody might say to you, well, this is not the Turkish, this is not about the Turkish. So the false prophet, he never predicted that the Turkish, they will become Muslims. As you see, he says, even in the time of the judgment, in the judgment day, still the Turkish are not Muslims and you will fight them. Do you see it? It's in front of you. And this is Sahih Hadith. The Muslim cannot say, oh, this is weak. This is Sahih Muslim. As you see the reference. Now, my Skype is open and I don't see any Muslim texting me to tell us about how they believe in the IFRIT. Me, myself, I like IFRIT. The teacher herself, when I was in school, she said to you, she said to me, you are IFRIT, because I was troublemaker. So IFRIT, Muhammad, he taught you that Allah, he gave Sulaiman IFRIT. What did this IFRIT do? According to the Muhammadan, this Ifrit, not only he is so powerful, but he is so fast. He is so fast. He can bring you anything from anywhere in the world in the blink of an eye. Any Muslim, really, a real Muslim, he can call us and tell us if he really believes in the Ifrit. Do we have any Muslim? He have the courage and the knowledge to call us and say, I'm proud to believe in Ifrit, and Ifrit is true. It's not a fiction story. Any Muhammadan? Yeah, I was very, very much troublemaker. They used to fire me from school every day almost. Sometimes I get fired when I'm fired. I go back to school, I found my name in the announcement, says this student is fired for the coming 3 days. But I wasn't, you know, I go to the principal, he says, you did this yesterday. I said, I was fired, I wasn't even here. He say, is it hard for someone like you to come invisible and do what you do and leave without anyone seeing you? So I'm telling you, even the principal, he think I'm Ifrit. So this Ifrit, by the way, this is how this Muslim describe him. They describe him as an Asian person. He is a giant. He's bald, and usually he have a ponytail in his head, like there is some hair coming from his head. He come from the candle, you know, and he say to his master, "Shubbik, Rubbik, Abdak bin Idik," you know. Actually, there is many Muslim movies about the Ifrit. Maybe I can find you something which will not include copyright. Let us see. Ifrit. This, by the way, Ifrit is not, somebody might say to you, it's a demon. No, Ifrit is not a demon. Ifrit is a creature who have a body. He have a physical body. He is so giant. He is so big. He go and sleep inside the candle. There's an actor, I forgot his name, Egyptian actor. He have a movie about it. Here, like this is actually, here we go. This is a new movie. This is a movie they play in Ramadan. The Muslim, they play in Ramadan. So this is the Ifrit. Do you see him, the Ifrit? Now, for sure, they should get someone really bigger than this, but they could not get anybody bigger than that. So this is a Muslim TV, and all of them, they believe in the Ifrit. You know, it's not like an exception because this is in the Quran, and as long as it's in the Quran, then it's a fact, brother. It's a fact, you know. So who is a Muslim believe in the Ifrit would like to call us? Anyone? Look at the makeup he have, and you know, you see the ponytail in his head? Yeah. And usually they get someone really big. Not, I mean, this guy, Ismail Nabilsi. I know the other one, actually, Ismail Nabilsi is one of those actors. But what the name of the actor with him? I forgot his name. He's ugly. Ifrit. His name is Ismail Nabilsi. Maybe this is his name in real name. Oh, okay. All right. All right. Here we go. So this is an old movie. This is a very old movie. This is the Ifrit. So this guy, he found a candle, you know, and then he wipe it out, and then the Ifrit come to him in the bedroom. And each time he come out, he says to him, you know, I'm here to serve you. What do you want from me? So he make him rich. You know, he can do anything for you, this Ifrit. Anything, just ask for it, you know. So who is Ifrit believer? He can call us from the Muhammadan cult. Who is a Ifrit believer? Anyone? Look at them. You know, after we finish our casting, you will see Muslim making comment, Christian Prince is lying to you. Christian Prince, he have no truth. Christian Prince is fabricating. This word doesn't mean anything. When we say, who don't want to call me? Nobody call. Why you don't call and tell us what you want to say instead of the chat or text? Call us and get me busted live on air. Then you can take the video. You know, don't do as the same as little ones. They make videos to refute me. They say, it doesn't say that, CP. First, this hadith mentioned by Shushu, Shushu mentioned by Dudu, Dudu mentioned by Mumu, and Mimi said that this one is a liar. That's it. They refuted me now. See how easy? It doesn't say that, CP. People will laugh at you. Actually, what you are saying to us, that you Muslim, you lie about your prophet, and you have fabricated liars who wrote stories about your prophet. This is against you, not against me. I'm reading your books. Is that how you refute a person? How they refute me? They go to any hadith and they say, okay, This hadith, let us show you one have like some names in it. Like a bunch of names. I don't see names here. Let us find some. I will search for the word farting, because then you will find a lot of reference. Here we go, farting. So here it says that when shaitan, he hear the Islamic prayer, the adhan, the call for the prayer, shaitan, he start farting, which is proven to be scientifically accurate. According to science, they study that during the time of the prayer, Muslim prayer, the methanol increase in a dramatic way, scary way, around mosque. Why? Because shaitan, he fart. Science, brother, science. And why shaitan, he fart? Because he didn't want to hear the prayer. I mean, makes sense. I don't hear it now. I don't hear the prayer. This is Muhammad speaking to people in the age of 6 years old. This can't be for an adult. And this is telling you how naive those people who follow Muhammad, how stupid they are. And then a Muslim now, he will make a video to refute me. He says, okay, good temperance. This hadith here, it says, حدثنا قتيبة ابن سعيد وزهير ابن حرب وإسحاق. So, Qutayba, the son of Sa'id, he said, from Zuhair ibn Harb, he said, from Ibn Ishaq, he said, and Ibn Ishaq, he said, but Ibn Ishaq, everybody knows he's a liar. We got you busted. It's refuted now. You see the stupidity? So we show them from their books, and then they make a video, and they refute the resemblance. How? This guy is a very well-known liar. Abdul, if he is a liar, why you write what he say? Why your scholars write what he say for centuries? And you are the one who exists 1400 years after him. You know he's a liar? And those who live in his time, they do not know? You see, if somebody is very well known to be a liar, and then you write his story, what he said, that means you are a liar too. And you are stupid. You did not refute me. You proved me right. You proved me that you're Muslim. You lie about your prophet, and we cannot trust you. Even the companion of your prophet, they are liars. But now we have bigger problem. The story of the IFRIT is in the Quran. This is in the Quran. Look at the IFRIT in the Quran, brother. An IFRIT strong from the jinn said, I will bring it for you before you rise from your place. What the heck? This Ifrit, you want to bring the throne of the king, the queen of Yemen. What do you want me to do? The chief, he said, the chief of King Solomon, he says, which of you can bring me her throne before they come to me surrounding themselves in obedience? But this is supposedly Muhammad saying that. Sorry, Suleiman saying that, not the chief. What chief? Oh, say Suleiman saying to the chiefs. Okay. So Suleiman, he's saying to the chief, which one of you can bring me her throne? A thief. Even the Muslim Suleiman is a thief. I mean, the women, she have a chair. Why you want to take it? You see the mentality of a thief? Do you see the mentality of a thief? A guy, and who is the one who told Suleiman about this? A bird, brother. A bird. Al-Hudhud, brother. There is a bird. His name is a Hudhud. This bird, brother, his specialty to find water under the ground, and to find women who have no hair in their legs, because it's impossible, you know, especially we are Middle Eastern, we are very hairy. Once I was kicked from the swimming pool, they thought I am wearing my clothes. I told them I'm not wearing any clothes, this is my hair. I hope there's no atheists listening. They will say this is the proof of the origin of chimpanzee. So Solomon, brother, he inspected the birds and he said, What is the matter? That is, I don't see the hubba, or he is among the absentees. The bird is among the absentees. I mean, this is a guy who is a king, his army all the way from Jerusalem, according to Muslims, all the way to Persia. Look how small the army, man. I mean, that's small. At that time, his army all the way from Jerusalem, all the way to Persia. And you know how big Persia is? So Solomon, brother, he checked his birds. He's a king, and he have an army of birds. Have you ever heard of such a story? Who is the army of Suleiman? Read with me carefully. I'm not making things up. And there were gathered before Suleiman, his host, his soldiers, of jinns and men and birds. This is Captain Rooster. He's reporting to the king. We are ready, sir, for the marching. And they march for him. They march. And then you will find 1 billion videos in YouTube, and scientists approve the prophet of Allah to be a prophet of God. An army of birds. There is a video actually in YouTube for Prophet Solomon. I don't know if you saw it. This guy is holding a stick, and there's like 10,000 chickens following him. Watch the video. I don't know if you saw it or not. Takbir! And the chicken, they are after him by thousands, brother. Chinese farmer and his 70,000 chicken. An army of a chicken. Bak, 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 bak. I mean, who can... Look at this. The guy, he is... Oh boy. We don't... So, this is what the Muslims believe. This is the science of Allah. Those are the stories in the Quran. So when those fools, they try to fool you, you must be really a damn fool. Officially. And then brother, Suleiman, he arrived, like Suleiman is marching now with his army. He arrived now to the valley of the ants. What the heck? There's a valley, is the valley of the ants. Yes, brother. They have a flag, and the flag is an ant. The valley of the ants. There's ants everywhere. Actually, in fact, Abdul, there's an ant in your pant as we speak. Because you are moving your ass, you don't dare to call me, you don't know what to say, and you are ashamed of your God. So till when they came to the valley of the ants, one of the ants, look, just one, brother. Allah reporting for us, only one ant. She is the Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi, the ant, she took the microphone. She said to the other ants, the Democrat, "Oh, ants, enter your dwelling, otherwise Trump will crush you." And this will happen next month. Just wait for election. So, till they came to the valley of the ants, brother. One of the ants, she said, "Hey, Abdul, ants don't talk." Like, I know, you know, all creatures, they communicate, but they don't talk. It says here, she said. The ant said. You know what said mean in Arabic? قالت. قالت means she used his mouth to speak with her tongue, with her voice, but ants don't talk, they are mute. So one of the ants, she said to the other ants, enter your dwelling list, Solomon will crush you. I will pay half of my treasure, which is very, little. If a Muslim can tell me how she know his name is Sulaiman. Look, I can take it like the ant. She told the ants, let us hide, there's an army is coming, no problem. But she knew his name is Sulaiman. That is something. How she knew? How this ant, she knew that his name is Sulaiman. I'm guessing that Sulaiman, he was in YouTube at that time. And he make videos for ants, speaking their language. So he's very famous between the ants. Actually, he was like 1 trillion subscribers from the ants. How they knew his name? So this is what the ant she's saying. The ant, she said literally, hide, otherwise Solomon is going to destroy you. Yeah, the value of the atoms, exactly, Elena. You're right, good one. Guys, remember yesterday we mentioned, or less than, about more than 24 hours ago, we mentioned that the Muslim, they made the word ant, they claim it is atom, when the word in Arabic is dharra. Dharra is the baby ant, the small tiny ant. You remember? Who remember? So we mentioned how the Muslim, they lie, and we showed you their interpretation, how the word atoms have nothing to do with the Quran saying. The Quran saying dharra, and dharra is an ant. So those liars, they fabricate things to make the Quran a book, when it's not a book, it's a collection of fairy tale stories. And actually, it's the same as 1000 Night and Night. It is a book collected long after those stories came to exist. Even the Muslims agree that this book was collected, never been written as a book. And actually, until now, we don't have the Quran. Nobody have the Quran. They don't have a single copy of the Quran. They don't have a single copy of Al-Bukhari. They don't have a single copy of Sahih Muslim. So then you ask yourself, so what they have? You see, Sahih Muslim, Al-Bukhari, those are the most important books for Muslims after the Quran. They don't have any, not a single page for the guy who is named Muslim or the guy whose name is Al-Bukhari. And the funny, both of them, they are not Arab. I mean, isn't it funny that the one who collected the stories of Muhammad, they themselves are not Arab? Isn't it? They have nothing to do with Saudi Arabia. They have nothing to do with Arabia. They have nothing to do with Muhammad. This is not a, this is they claim that from come tomorrow, after all the from one of the student of Sahih Muslim, of Muslim, sorry, he wrote those things. He said Sahih Muslim, he said those things. See what they have? So this is not a book written by Al-Bukhari. Neither the Muslims is written. It does not exist. Even they claim that Al-Bukhari was a blind man. We don't know how true that his story is. But they don't have books. And then they collect books long after Muhammad he died, hundreds of years after. And now those books, one is called the Quran, one called Al-Bukhari, one called Muslim, one called Ibn Majah, the second and the third Ibn Dajaja, Sarsur, Mansur, etc. But I like this part here. Remember the story when the Hadith says that a goat, she ate the Quran? You remember the story? Aisha, she mentioned it. What the Muslim, they will say about it? CP. It doesn't say that, CP. First of all, let us open the Hadith first and show you how the Muslim, they respond. So Muhammad is dead. a goat, she entered upon the house or the room of Muhammad, and Muhammad was sleeping on the Quran. He put it under his ass. The goat, she flipped Muhammad. She flipped his ass. She took the Quran, and this goat is very evil. She started looking for certain verses, and look at the connection. What goat they do? They give milk. Usually people don't grow goat really for their meat. Their meat is ugly. It's not good. It's hard to cook. They grow them for milk. So the goat, brother, she started obviously using her tongue, flipping pages one after one, until she found the breastfeeding for adult verses. For what? The religion, the conservative religion of Allah. Allah, he ordered Muslim women to give their boobs to strangers so he can suckle them 10 times. And this was in the Quran. And I don't believe really in this story that the goat, she ate the Quran. I believe you Muslims ate it. Because if the goat ate those verses, okay, did she eat your memory too? Who can recite the verses for us? Don't you Muslim, you say that you preserve the Quran by your memory and your heart? Okay, the goat, she ate the 10-time breastfeeding for adult verses. She ate the papers. Not a single one of you remember the verses. So obviously it is you who ate it. It's embarrassment. You decide to make it disappear. Your prophet is mentally ill. And what the heck? I'm not going to let my wife do breastfeeding for my neighbor. Now we know why the neighbors are lined up in the front of the house of the Abdul. One after one. Can I? Sure, honey. You know, the prophet says, here we go. Which breast do you want first? The one in the right or the one in the left? The guy, he have a cross eyes. He said the one in the middle. This is religion. However, until now, we have a zero Muslim trying to contact us to tell us about the IFRIT. I want a Muslim to call me and explain to me how much he believes in the IFRIT. I like IFRIT. I want to have one. You wipe the candle, the IFRIT come from the candle. He say to you, sir, what do you want today? I say, can you please take Joe Biden to the moon and don't let him come back? Because gas price is so crazy, food is so expensive. I mean, this guy is the most idiot ever. Can you please take him somewhere? Can you put him with Muhammad somewhere? Are you sure, sir, this is the only wish you want? No, I have more wishes. Take Nancy Pelosi with him. Hey, don't forget Trump. The whole, you know, everything we have in this country. Just take, you know, just put them in the truck and take them all. Self-worshippers. How come we did not see, you know, like today and yesterday, there is a lot of pervert in the street wearing very weird clothing. It's not a clothing, actually, it's nakedness. Very pervert people celebrating Halloween. Their brain is hollow. So you Muslim, you celebrate Halloween every day. Look, even your IFRIT is naked. Why is naked? Do you think he live in Hawaii? I mean, why the guy always IFRIT is naked? Why you Muslims always make the IFRIT naked? I want to know why. Put the Skype name in the third lower part of the screen. Third lower part of the screen? Man, that is something. So now you want me to look for the third lower part of the screen. Are you sure? Okay. Third, my friend, we are posting it in the chat, and we can make it in the what they call it, like in the message in the front when you enter, pinned message. Still, they don't call. They don't dare to call. We can post in it. Do we have any IFRIT here? Hey, IFRIT, can you find me a woman? She don't want my credit card. and she is not going to give me headache. And she is beautiful, but she is not so proud. And she have 7 boobs, you know, 7 boobs. I don't want the boring thing. 2 boobs. Enough is enough. We have those for centuries, thousands of years. 7 boobs. You know what? Make them 8. 8. Like in case one of them went flat. All right. And can you find me a woman? She have like 3 eyes, you know, because I like women eyes. Like I look at them, man, you know, especially if they have a cross eyes. So can you make her have 3 eyes, 2 noses? Okay. You know, are you writing down, Afrit? Sir, I do not need to write down. All your wishes come to be true immediately. Afrit, in the Quran. Are you sure? Any Muhammadan? Look how proud they are about their religion. Nobody would dare to call. After we finish, you will see the comment of the Muslims, Christian Prince as a liar. Christian Prince, I challenge you. Why you don't debate Zakir Naik if you are really a person? You coward, all of you, you run away from me. Secondly, Terunem, oh, who's calling? Christian Prince, I did not run away from you, and I can debate you anytime. Okay, let's do it right now. Right now I'm busy. Okay, what about tomorrow? Tomorrow I'm busy. Okay, what about next week? The next week I'm busy. Okay, Zakir Naik, so when you are going to debate Christian Prince, I am a busy man. Actually, if you go to my website, www.busydakirnaik.com, you will see how busy I am, so I cannot. The guy, his name, what his name? Shabir Ali. They asked him, that ABN TV, they scheduled a debate between me and him. The guy, I told those ABN, they are, it's run by a bunch of naive people, what I can say. I told them, don't say Christian Prince. He would never dare to do it. But they don't listen. So the guy, he bought my book. I saw his name in Amazon. After he bought my book, he sent an email to ABN saying, I apologize, I cannot do it because I'm doing my PhD. And since then, Shabir Ali became a doctor. He finished his doctor, a PhD. He is teaching somewhere. Still, he is busy. He is doing PhD. Someone's come to Christian Prince. He have time to David Wood. He have time for everybody. But with the Christian Prince, he is busy. Busy.com. Do we have any Muhammadan would like to go and call us? Any Muhammadan would like to call us? Mr. Afrit is calling you. Listen, if Allah is with you, Afrit is with you, Muhammad is with you, Jibreel is with you, where is your fear coming from? Look at this Afrit. You will win. Have you debated any Imam from Philippines? Don't remind me, my friend. Just go and search. There's a guy, his name Rashid and the San. This guy, he keeps saying, who Christian can debate me? Who Christian can debate me? Who Christian can debate me? So I posted in Facebook for him, let us debate, man. He ignored it. Second day, he ignored it. Third day, I ignored it. And then we called him. It's in YouTube, go watch it. He said, I debated real American. You are not real American. Well, this is why you debated him, because he's an American and I am an Arab. This is why you are terrified and you have poop on your pants. I debated real American. You are not real American. Like, what the heck does that mean? This guy, he debated real American. I look Chinese, by the way. When I went to Singapore, they asked me, where are you from? I said, China. They said, how you say so? I said, I eat Chinese food. Prove me wrong. I was leaving those towers and I saw an Indonesian girl. I said to her, orange, orange. She have no idea what I'm saying. She said, sorry, sir, what? I said, orange, orange. I said, you don't understand? Are you sure you're Indonesian? I said, Can you believe it? Indonesian people do not know what orange, orange mean. I could not believe it. I was going to take her citizenship from her. Unbelievable. They don't know that I speak Indonesian fluently. Unbelievable. Yeah. And I am the only one who went from the exit, enter from the exit, and I exit from the enter, the entrance. That was the plan. Unbelievable. Do we have any Abdul? You have a genie with him to call us and prove us wrong? Any genie in the bar? Mayday, genie is required. Who is a genie would like to call us immediately? Genie, report to the airport. Do you know that Suleiman, he have a flying carpet, and the flying carpet of Suleiman can carry all his kingdom? I mean, even the word, the kingdom. I mean, don't you see how dumb the story is? The guy, he have a flying carpet. Okay, listen, I saw Aladdin with his girlfriend and a monkey in the cartoon. It was a small flying carpet, maybe 2 meters by 1 meter, all right? True story, by the way. I saw it myself when I was in the Middle East, because, as you know, Aladdin is my cousin. But a flying carpet can carry all his kingdom and his army and his houses and his cooks and his chickens, all in the top of the flying carpet. Don't you think this is too much hashish? If you search in Google, let me do it. I will search in Prophet Google. The account, I will search in English, so you can find it the same. The account of Prophet Solomon. This is a different article. Let's see this one. This one. I mean, yeah, you will find maybe this one. Brothers and sisters. What I can say. Suleiman. The name of the ant, the head of her group, was Taqiya. Look at the heck. Even the Muslim, they knew the name of the ant who spoke to Suleiman, brother. Look. The name of that ant, the head of her group, she is the chief of the tribe, this ant. Her name is what? Taqiya. What the heck? How you know her name? Hey Muslim, how you know her name? That's deep. Those Muslims, they knew everything. They were able to investigate and go back in time, couple of thousands of years, and they check and they ask every ant, who was there in the time of a Prophet Solomon? Do you remember who was the name of the chief of the girls who was? So she called the other ants to protect themselves by seeking shelter inside their holes. What the heck? Respect yourself, man. What do you mean their holes? And cried what everyone said to Suleiman as ears. Sulaiman heard the ant statement from a distance of 3 miles. Look at the reception of Sulaiman. I mean, do you see the reception, brother? Brothers and sisters, can you see the reception? Who of you have such a reception? 3 miles away. Sulaiman, he was able to hear the ant from 3 miles. Who wants some coffee? My Greek coffee. So he alighted and ordered Taqiya brought to him. What the heck? I don't understand. Okay, well, hold on. So he alighted and ordered Taqiya brought him. So, and he asked her, oh, he ordered his army to bring her. Bring this ant to me. Hey, ant, come here. Come here. Please, sir, please. Please. I'm just little ant, you know what I mean? Come here. Why did you warn the ants? Have you not come to know that I am fair prophet of Allah? Unbelievable. Imagine you are arrested by the secret police of Sulaiman, and now they are investigating you because you are an ant who told the other ants to hide in your holes. What the holy book? This is a holy book. And why were you afraid, lest and I, my host, should smash you all? Taqiya, she said, O Prophet of Allah, I did not mean some smashing of the bodies, but a smashing of the heart. Like, what the heck? This ant, she was afraid that because Sulaiman is so handsome, but not like me for sure, their heart will be smashed when they see him. He is sexy, and you know what he can do about it. Even ants go crazy. Ants, they start like getting horny, touching themselves, go crazy, masturbating. He said, Sulaiman, this is not what I meant. I did not mean crush you by crushing. You're like, no, not physically. Hardly. Look at me. Just look at me. I'm melting right now. I feared that lest we should desire what you have been granted and become dazzled, and thus be distracted from praising the Almighty. Oh, she is a Muslim ant. MashaAllah. She is a Muslim female ant, and she don't want the ants to be distracted by what he been given, brother. Until now, we are waiting for any Abdul who believe in IFRIT to call us. IFRIT believer is wanted. Until now, zero IFRIT believer. Obviously, they knew that this is something they cannot defend. It's stupid. Their religion is stupid. And the one who believes in it must be stupid too. This is what the Muslim trying to convince you with? That this is from God. His name is Allah. Huh? Ali Muhammadan. I'm not going to finish the IFRIT story today, hoping that some Muslims will have the courage and the knowledge to call me later. Maybe tomorrow if we go live. So I will try, how long we are here now? I will try to make it short today because people complain my videos is so long. This is the religion? This is the religion? Genie in the ball? And by the way, do you know that according to Muhammad, 10 Ifrit, who they are black, they rode Muhammad on his back all day long, and they were naked. Do you know that? There's a chapter in the Quran, it's called the chapter of the genie. Even the genie have a chapter, brother. What no, I cannot make the video short. People complain. They says that my videos are so long. I receive an email from the Ant Society. They are saying to me they are going to sue me because I am keeping the ant busy from doing their labor job. Especially winter is coming and they need to collect some food. So the head of the tribe, Takhaya, she said, I'm going to report you to the ant police, and if you don't repent, we are going to attack your home. Any Abdul? So Suleiman, he brought the ant for a questioning. And you know, the funny is that in the Quran it says that Allah, he taught Suleiman the language of the birds. But yet Suleiman, he understands the language of the ants. Look like Suleiman, he went to the wrong school. Look at this. And Solomon, or Suleiman, inherited the knowledge of David. How we can inherit, inherit knowledge? Okay. He said, "O mankind, we have been taught the language of the birds." So now Suleiman, he been taught the language of the birds. He speak to the ants how? Any Muslim can explain to us. We saw him later speaking to Al-Hudhud. Okay, we got that because the Quran says Allah taught him the language of the birds. But how is he speaking to the ants? The ants, they communicate by chemical or by vibration. None of them is a language of words. Any Muhammadan? What the heck with this religion? The guy, he learned the language of the birds. He speaks the language of the ants? There's a connection? I think they are cousins, maybe. Any Muhammadan? Any Muhammadan from the Muslims who they are in the chat acting like a chicken? Why you don't call and say, yes, we believe in the genie? What is the problem? And tell us what is the genie is about. And why this guy, he want to go and bring and steal her throne? Why Suleiman, he want to steal the throne of this woman? Don't ask me questions that have nothing to do with the topic right now, please, because you see, the Muslim, they would love, this is what people do, by the way. This is why Muslims, they flourish when they debate people who they are not consistent with the topic. So they call like someone without mentioning, even if mention names, like David Wood. And then David Wood, he cannot control a Muslim debate. The Muslim will be all over the place. He mentioned 1,000 things. By doing that, they avoid the topic, which is supposedly in the stage. Don't do that. We have a topic, focus with it. When we say we are done, who have a question, give me a question, have nothing to do with the topic. Do mature adult thinking before you make a comment. Do we have any Muslim? He want to tell us about Mr. Genie, the Virginie. Genie, Ifrit, and he is Ifrit, by the way. This is not a normal genie. Ifrit is very well known that he is so fast. Ifrit. This is Ifrit. This is not just joke, you know, brother. This is not anything. This is Ifrit. Do you know what Ifrit mean? This is a special genie. He's so fast, he's so powerful. He can make your wish come to be true in a second before you blink your eyes. I have a question. Do you know Robert Christian? Well, I'm going to block you for such a question. I mean, no, I do not know him. In YouTube, yes. But what this have to do with my topic now? Why people are stupid? I have a question. Do you know my dad and my mom? Do you know this guy? I'm here for this now. Go on, you know, what's wrong with people? Kids, you need a IFRIT to teach you how to behave. Are you going to ask me now, do you know Trump? What is next? I know nobody. I'm here for a reason. I'm not here to know this and that. I'm here to teach you. You like it, you stay. You don't like it, leave. Don't be silly. Don't act like a kid. So IFRIT, Mr. IFRIT, my Skype is open and IFRIT is not calling. Not a single Muslim IFRIT is calling. Why? Because they knew their religion is a joke. They knew that they have no match. They knew they will call somebody he do not know how to answer them. Here, their IFRIT disappear. They have no courage, they have no knowledge. Any brave Muslim would like to call me and explain to me how Mr. IFRIT function and what he is doing there. And why Suleiman, he want to steal the chair of this woman. A bird, he went all the way to Yemen. And you know, by the way, the Muslim, they claim that this bird can find things even under the ground. You know? But there is an argument, there is a debate about this bird happening between a Muslim Arab and the cousin of Muhammad. So the Muslim, they say that this bird can see things nobody can see. No other bird can see. He's a specialist. And therefore, this is why he is the one who discovered what nobody discovered. But as you see, this is a big kingdom. I mean, what been discovered? But there is funny argument happening about this bird. If you go and see the story of Ibn Abbas, when Ibn Abbas, he mentioned that this bird can see even water under the ground. An Arab man, he said to him, well, if this is true, if this bird can see underground, how come then a little child, he put some seed and he covered them by some dust and he trapped the bird? You see, people, they think that at that time people are stupid. Not everybody. So if this bird can see deep in the ground, how then a person, a kid, he can trap him by putting some seed, covering the trap by dirt, and then nobody, and he captured the bird. If he can see, he should see the trap. Ibn Abbas, he started cursing this guy, and then this guy, he said, I swear by Allah, I will never do that anymore, which means arguing about the stories of Prophet of Allah. Ibn Abbas got busted, and then the Muslim right away, when you get them busted, they start making noise, and they start cursing you, may Allah kill you, may Allah destroy you, you're questioning the Quran. So the guy, he got terrified, he said, okay, you know what, you are right, whatever you say is right, I'm not going to question it no more. Bingo. Do we have any Muslim? Any Muslim who believe in Mr. IFRIT would like to call us. Any Muslim. Nobody? So you are brave, huh? And you have knowledge, huh? And later you will say to me, it doesn't say that, CP, huh? But when I'm live, you are dead. Uh-huh. Anyone? Any Abdul? Who is a Muhammadan believer in what we show on the screen? You don't you? This is the argument of a Muslim man. He got Muhammad and his followers busted in the time of Muhammad. He said to Ibn Abbas, one day Abdullah ibn Abbas told a similar story among the people who was a man from Al-Khawarij. The Muslim, anyone who say he is a bad Muslim, they call him Khawarij. Khawarij mean the outsiders. They are like practicing out of the faith. Whose name was Nafi' bin al-Azraq, who often used to raise objections to Ibn Abbas. Look how evil he is. He said to him, stop Ibn Abbas. You will be defeated, between two brackets, in argument today. Ibn Abbas, he said, why? Nafi', he said, you are telling us that the hubub can see water beneath the ground. But any boy can put seed in a trap and cover the trap with dirt, and the hubub will come and take the seed. So how the boy can catch him in a trap? You see, you Muslims, you are in a trap. Do you see how this guy, this is not a Christian prince, this is a guy exists 1400 years ago. He got you all busted with your lies. Do you see it? And this is Ibn Kathir. And then what Ibn Abbas, he said, did he refute him? No. He started cursing the man. Ibn Abbas says, if was not for the fact that this man would go and tell others that he had defeated Ibn Abbas in argument, I would never answer. Okay, how he answer? Then he said to Ibn Nafi', when the degree strike a person, his eyes become blind. Like, they start cursing the guy. Supposedly now he's refuting him. I mean, do you see how they refute? Do you see how strong the refutation? Like, what the heck? So now Ibn Abbas, he was afraid that people will say he was defeated in argument. How he answer? May Allah curse you. May Allah kill you. May Allah make you blind. May Allah make your private part not to work. May Allah, the guy said, okay, that's it, man. That's it. Stop. That's it. You won. Okay, you know. And supposedly now, Ibn Abbas, who been hired by Muhammad to explain the Quran, he refuted the guy. Do you see it? The guy, he asked a question, how in the world you are telling me that the bird can see the water all the way deep in the ground, yet a little kid, he put some seed and he put a trap next to it, and then the bird will not see the trap, and they will capture the bird. So a bird who can see deep in the ground, he should see the trap. Don't ask me questions out of the topic. What is the update of Iranian Muslim women? I don't live in Iran, my friend. You live in Iran. Don't we have a topic? Why people come here, they ask questions. Do you know this guy? What do you think about Trump? What is the update about the Iranian? What somebody told you, is this a news agency? We have a topic. Focus with me. Hey, Christian Prince, do you know why Sam Shamoun is bald? Yeah, I know. He used bleach instead of shampoo. I mean, what's my business? People, they come to me with the questions. We have a topic, we have a title, we have IFRIT, and now you are asking me about the Iranian? What's wrong with people? Christian Prince, do you know likewise Joe Biden, he's always confused. He do not know where he get in, where he come out. This is Joe Biden. This is what he do for a living. He's confused. He's born confused. Don't, we have a topic. Are you confused too? Do we have any Muhammadan from the IFRIT believers, ethic community? He is willing to call us and tell us about Mr. IFRIT. Anyone? Any IFRIT believer? Guess what? If you call and defend the belief in IFRIT, Allah will send you extra IFRIT to your house. Don't you believe in the unseen no more? Oh, Hamoud, he answered now. Hamoud, I mean, what you say is so stupid, because you are saying, don't you believe in the unseen? Supposedly the IFRIT is seen, brother. This is not unseen. I mean, the Muslim, when they answer me, that's why they don't dare to call, because they are so slow. Don't you believe in the unseen? Are you atheist? No. Well, here we go. We see IFRIT in the cartoon. Do you believe in the cartoon? What does that have to do with unseen? So you could not respond, and now you are telling me, don't you believe in the unseen? Are you atheist now? IFRIT is something you can see. Hello? Are you saying to me you Muslim never saw IFRIT and you believe in him? So all the story in the Sulaiman story is a lie? Huh? He is an invisible IFRIT. So how you know he's bald, he have a ponytail, he is big? What the heck is that? Believe in the unseen. Huh? Anything is unseen, we must believe in it. Unseen. We have to believe in the unseen. Allah is unseen too. He's IFRIT. Prove to me that Allah is not IFRIT and he don't have a ponytail in his top of his head. Prove it. Go ahead. He have hands. And you Muslim, you say his hand is not like us. IFRIT, his hand is not like us. Look at them. Let me show you the picture again. Look with me. Look. Oh. This is IFRIT hands. They look like us? No. The IFRIT hands. Look at his ears. Allah have ears. Is his ears like us? No. Allah must be IFRIT. So now you are telling me you don't believe in the unseen no more. Are you an atheist now? Brother, did you go to the bathroom today or not yet? Sounds like a diarrhea question. Do we have any Muslim? He can tell us why he believe in the IFRIT. We are asking a specific question. And the IFRIT of today is not a Trump, is not Joe Biden, is not Putin, is not all the idiot we have in this world. IFRIT is in your Quran. So don't tell me this is weak IFRIT from the weak Quran. That will be hilarious. And this IFRIT, he have a specialty. He is a thief. He steals chairs. I'm afraid right now, actually. I'm sitting in the chair. This IFRIT will come and take my chair. That's what the Quran is saying. Sulaiman, he says, who want to go and get me here a chair? Why Sulaiman want to take the chair of the woman? He was a furniture thief. Hey Muslim, was he a furniture thief? Can you, where in the Quran it says IFRIT look like that? Hamoud, guys, Hamoud is saying, where in the Quran it says that IFRIT look like that? Where in the Quran it says how Muhammad look like? And yet you Muhammad, you describe him, you have movies about how pretty he is. Suddenly now Muslims, they go only by what the Quran says. Can you show me in the Quran where it says he is like that? Where in the Quran says that Muhammad was so white and his belly button is so beautiful? Where in the Quran says that Shaitan, he spit at Adam and that's why he have a belly button? Where in the Quran it says that shaitan, he have sex with himself, he have a penis and he have a vagina, one in the right thigh and one in the left thigh. So when he want to have sex with himself, he shake this into this and he do nikah, so he himself. All of this is not in the Quran. So now you believe in the Quran only? Where in the Quran it says how you pray, how you fast? How in the Quran it says how you wash your private part? Where in the Quran it says how you say Allahu Akbar? Where in the Quran it says the Shahada? I mean, you Muslims are very weird. You must be Afrit, aren't you? So you try to make to be Afrit, avoiding the question, and you say, where in the Quran it says that, CB? It doesn't say that in the Quran, CB. It says in the Quran that this Afrit, he steal furniture. What say you about that? The Quran says that this guy, specifically, he steals chairs. If you come to my house, I have only a few chairs anyway. All of them, they are nailed to the ground. I cannot trust the Afrit of these days, or the old days. They will take your chair. They love a chair, especially if they are old. And I am a Christian prince, so I am a royal already. So my chair is a royal chair, so he will steal it. That's why I have an insurance over my chair. You know, I call the Habasha insurance. You better tag me now. Okay, I will tag you now. Here we go. I will block you because you are not saying anything. I'm waiting for answer. Potato, go. Let your dad come here. Habasha. You are just like a chicken. You go, you make noise, and you play with your feet to looking for the worms, but the worm is you, because you are digging for yourself. Here we go. If you are a man, call me, and let everybody hear you. Don't play hero in the chat. Text terrorist. The same thing you want to say to me in the chat, call me and say it, like everybody hear you. Why you are afraid? Afrit will support you. Call the Afrit of Allah. Wipe the candle of Aladdin, and the Afrit of Allah will come with you, and he will support you. What are you waiting for? Afrit as never before. Can you believe it that we open our Skype? When I say I'm not going to open Skype today, the Muslims, they say, Christian Prince, we want to call you and you are a coward, they are running away. When I keep saying, who want to call me? Nobody call. If I say now I'm going to close my Skype, they will say, he ran away. We wanted to call him, but he closed his Skype. He's a coward. He's not Afrit like us. We are Afrit. How many Afrit Allah have? Do you know even that Muslims believe that Allah have a dog? I mean, this is funny? Muhammad, he said to his cousin who don't want to believe in Islam, aren't you afraid that Allah will send his dog to eat you? And then the cartoon comes, Scooby-Doo, which is inspired by Prophet Muhammad. Scooby-Doo is the dog of Allah. Allah have a dog, and the dog, he eat people. Okay, the dog of Allah eat people. Afraid do what? And then you search in YouTube, you will find a billion videos about science in the Quran. You Muslims don't even know how to make kimchi. What science? Not a single one of you. Until now, the jewelries in the Middle East, they take off Saturday because the one who make jewelries are not Muslims. Even the mosque you have is built by Christians. You don't even know how to build. Thanks to the Western now, they are educating you and giving you degrees. Do we have any Ifrit? You love kimchi? Okay. Is that your girlfriend name? Shawan? Why you are telling me, man? Please keep your private information from public. Don't mention that your girlfriend, her name is Kimchi. I believe that the kimchi makes sense more than the Quran. It tastes good, have many flavor, and made in a very nice way. But the Quran is just a stupid book. I mean, what the heck is that? Can your Afrit make kimchi? Prove it. Afrit, huh? You have a God who provides you with Afrit. شبيك لبيك Mr. Afrit بين يديك تكبير. And then the story here is even more hilarious. So when this ant and her I cannot believe it that they knew her name. Unbelievable. How you know the name of the ant who spoke to Solomon, brother? Do you register the names of anyone who speak to the King Solomon, brother? Those are the ministers. They write down in the day of etc. Prophet Solomon, he went to the valley of the ants, and then there is one of the ants. She said to the other ants, hide yourself, otherwise the Prophet Solomon will crush you. Then the prophet, he says, bring her here, arrest her, and he investigate with her, and he asked her, why you said that? She said, oh, Prophet Solomon. Look at the conversation here. The ant Tahiya brought to him, and she was. He asked her, and look at the word her. How you know it's her? Not he. You idiot. They say to you the word ant is a female. You idiot, the word ant is a word we use for both gender when we speak to an insect. Male or female. We don't look at their balls. We see an ant, we call it ant. Namla. Idiots. Why did you warn the ants? Have you not to come to know that I am a fair prophet of Allah? What the heck is that? Look at the investigation of the SSS, the KGB of Putin. Well, why you are afraid lest I am and I, my host, should smash you all? Takia the ant, she said, O Prophet of Allah, I do not mean the smashing of the body, but the smashing of the heart. Look at the wisdom. This is an ant. If you're an ant now, it's time for you to be proud. If you are an ant, it's time for you to feel so proud. This is a real ant. And this is the wisdom of ants. The ant, she got Suleiman busted, you idiot. You are an idiot. I said he will crush you, he will smash you, but I meant the heart. Hey, Muslims, ants, they have heart. What kind of heart they have? www.dateandantheart.com. And then I feared lest we should desire what you have granted. Oh, the ant, she want to have a flying carpet too. Why not? She want to be a queen too. But you have a queen already. And become dazzled. And by the way, this is the chief of the ants. So who's the queen then? Oh, what the heck? And then, if you read the conversation, you would die laughing. Maybe I should continue reading this later in the coming episode of the IFRIT. Ants? Oh boy. The ant, she said, your father had treated his wound with compassion. So he was called Dawood. Oh, now we know why his name is Dawood. Because he treated his wound with wood. This is Muslim books. Do you see it? Why Dawood? His name is Dawood. Because he treated his wound with wood. One day I'm going to die from heart attack laughing at this stupid religion. It's cold, yet I'm sweating. Unbelievable. What the heck with this, man? And I wish you, Solomon, you will join your father company. What the heck? She want him to die. Then she asked him, do you know why has the wind been subservient to you in particular from all other regions of the kingdom? Look at this ant. This is Einstein, and now we are talking about politics. She was brought to investigate what she said. Hide, otherwise Sulaiman will crush you. And now she is questioning Sulaiman. Solomon, he said, I have no knowledge of that. Look at this. Sulaiman, he have knowledge, the ant, she have knowledge. Can you believe it? Look like the ant, she went to Jewish Orthodox school, and she learned everything about Sulaiman, about his father. I mean, unbelievable. Look at this ignorant Solomon. He is learning from the ant. If an ant teach you, Sulaiman, who cannot teach you then? Idiot. The ant said so. I said to her, I have no knowledge, but he's humble. We have to give him credit. I mean, you are speaking to the ant, and the ant, she said, do you know? And you said to her, no, I don't. That's deep. And the ant said, the Almighty, the most exalted one, has meant to say this to you. Had I put all the kingdom under your control, just I have done with this wind, it will have slipped from your hands, just as wind is slipped away. Prophet Ant is schooling the Prophet Solomon, and her name is a Prophet Taqiyya. That's deep. We go back to the IFRIT. Look at the Muslims in the chat. They are desperate to change the topic. Nobody dare to call. IFRIT, the religion of science. Aladdin, Prophet Aladdin. Shall we call him from now on Prophet Aladdin? Or Alibaba and the 40 Thieves? Which one is better? Anyone? Any Abdul? I am sure that the Muslim, they will try to use Sam Shamoun picture to make him Afrit, because he have no hair. Or Kojak. Anyone who have no hair at all, he is Afrit. Can you show us the validity of your source? Guys, a Muslim is asking question. When a Muslim he asks a question, he make poo-poo. Hamoud, he go mute for an hour and then he post a question. Hamoud, are you sure you are not paid by Christian Prince? You idiot. This is your source. You are asking me to show you validity for it. What about you do that? If it's not valid, why are you Muslim teaching it? Why you have it in your website? So you're asking a Christian to prove that those are valid answers or question or resource. What is valid about the story of Solomon in the Quran? That Solomon, he have Afrit. As long as you can validate things, can you validate for us that Solomon, he have Afrit and he steal furniture, as the Quran say? Here we go. This is your books. Who is a Muslim can validate for us? Respond to Mr. Hamoud. 99.9. By the way, this is a Muslim voting. Muslim, all of them, they vote 9.99999. They vote yes to Islam, and the one who did not say yes, he died because he could not. He was going to say yes, but he died before he said. Hamoud, are you there? Can you validate? The story is mentioned in the Quran that Solomon, he spoke to the ant she spoke to Solomon. Solomon is investigating. I mean, you are asking me, can you validate the source? The Quran says so. The Quran says Sulaiman, he spoke to the ant, and the ant spoke to Sulaiman. Are you insulting your religion? Obviously you are. Isn't it this is your religion? Isn't it this is your Quran? Huh? Here we go. The conversation is here in the Quran. And in order to avoid the embarrassment, you are asking a person who is a Christian laughing at the Quran, can you validate? What an embarrassment. They were not there to call. They were not there to answer because they know that this is just a stupid religion. I'm not going to keep you longer, guys. I suppose I will make the video short, but my short video is impossible to happen. So we will continue maybe tomorrow. Don't forget to subscribe. You can join our Patreon too, so you can receive notification. YouTube don't always try to subjugate our YouTube to be stressed. They don't want anybody to come here. That's why many of you don't receive notifications. So you can subscribe to Patreon. It's for free. It's not the same conversation. Okay, how you can verify this conversation first? How you can verify what Muhammad said to you about this conversation? All the stories of your Prophet Muhammad in the Hadith is not the same exactly as in the Quran. So how come you don't ask the question to your Prophet? Is the Quran speaking about a jassasa who have a long hair? No. Did the Quran speak about the Antichrist who have a lot of hair covering his body and he was suspended on the air chain with the chain? No. But you believe in it. Did the Quran describe how people of Gog and Magog look like? No. But the Muhammad in the Hadith, he described them. And those people, they are getting their resource from your Prophet. Here we go. This is your website, alislam.org. So this is how Muslims, they try to run away from the embarrassment. They are trying to ask me to verify how truthful those information. Why you don't ask yourself how this information is mentioned in your books if they are not truthful? And this is the one who wrote the article. He's a sheikh. The 99 attribute to Allah. Yasin al-Jabburi. Why you don't call him? Your book is laughable. It's a joke. Can somebody show me where the Quran says? Well, because we are done, I will answer this question. The Quran mentioned that the Quran is a hadith, and it is all those verses in the Quran in front of you speaking about hadith, 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 as you see, all of them. But like here, chapter 20, verse number 9, it says, did the hadith of Moses came to you? And then he tell him about Moses. So all the story of Moses is hadith. All the story of Isa is a hadith. All the story of, it's a hadith in the Quran. Quran is a hadith. However, the Quran confirmed that the Quran itself is a hadith. This is chapter 39, verse number 23. And the Muslim translate the word hadith as a statement. So the best of the hadith is the Quran. And here a word in Arabic. Allahu nazzala ahsan al-hadithi kitaban. Hadithi kitaban. Anyway, guys, I want to say thank you for being here. And I will leave you in peace with the Ifrit for today. Be careful, he steals chairs. You know, if you came home and your wife, she took the furniture, most likely she is using the Ifrit to move the furniture so fast. Ifrit is true. And I saw many Ifrit in my life. I saw Joe Biden. This guy is Ifrit. He become president, prices go so crazy. You tell me how he can do it in 2 years. He make the prices 4 times more for everything, unless he's Ifrit. Isn't it obvious? He took not only your chairs, he took your money, he took your saving, he took your wealth. He is going to make the American bankrupt. Ifrit. Joe Biden is Ifrit. Trump is other Ifrit. He do the opposite. He get rich. Putin is Ifrit. He want to steal the land of the Ukrainian. Afrit. We have many Afrit in this world. Scammers, cheaters, liars, politicians. But we have a specific Afrit. He's a Muslim Afrit. No Muslim can answer about him. And the second we asked them about the Afrit in the Quran, all the Muslims, they became invisible like Mr. Afrit, who was visible in one day. But now he's invisible and nowhere to be found. What happened to you, Afrit? You went to New Zealand? Huh? Maybe you are in the... this is the Bigfoot we heard about him in the bushes. Those Americans, just tell them stories, they will believe it. Bigfoot. Tell them Afrit, they will believe it. A lot of superstition people and crazy people. Afrit. Oh, hold on. We have a Muslim trying to call. I would like to speak to you. All right, let us call this Muslim, guys. I thought we are done, but look like we have a customer. Hello? Hello? Yes? Yes, my friend, you are live on air. What do you want to say to us?
Well, I've been watching your program.
Huh?
So, I've been watching your program.
Okay.
So, you keep on saying nobody's calling you.
Yeah, you are a Muslim?
Yeah.
Your name is Abdul Mu'min Qurashi?
Yes.
All right. So what do you think about the Afrit in the Quran?
It's like we believe it's the unseen.
Yeah, but this is not about unseen. This is a person is seen. This is not unseen.
Yeah.
He was sitting there.
Like sometimes it's like moral stories which are transmitted.
No. You see.
And like how.
Okay. So
the Bible
first of all,
parables.
can you tell me what is Afrit? What is the word Afrit mean?
Afrit is like the big genie.
He's a big genie. Okay, you just said to me
Yeah, a big genie.
a second ago you said he's unseen, and now you are saying he's big. How you know that the unseen is big if he's unseen?
Yeah, because this is what we've been imagination, like
Oh, so you must have your
imagination
imagine
people
he is
do
not
this.
true. This is imagination. So your imagine he's big.
Correct, yeah, imagination. Like we have to imagine because it's unseen. You
Okay,
see.
but how you know he's
That's
big?
why we have to imagine.
If he's unseen, how you know he's big? How you know he's bold?
Yeah, that's a good question, but I don't have the answers for it because it's an
All right.
unseen thing.
Okay, but this Afrit in the story in the Quran, he steal furniture. Why Sulaiman? He want Afrit to steal his furniture, the furniture of the women who live in Yemen.
Maybe something metamorphical.
What metaphorical? She
Some
have a
type of
throne. He wanna take her throne. What metaphorical? It's a chair. And he is asking the chief, who is going to go and get the chair for me? Is that lawful for a prophet of Allah to steal the chair of a woman? She did nothing wrong to him.
But is it? Where do you find this mention in the Quran that he's trying to steal?
It's in the Quran. It says that. Is your screen open? Can you see my screen?
Just a second. Yeah, I can see your screen now.
All right, chapter 27, verse number 38. By the way, I welcome Mr. Abdul Mumin. He sounds like a nice gentleman, correct, guys? And we welcome always Muslims who want to have a conversation with us, the one who don't want to curse, the one who want to have a conversation. So I really welcome Mr. Abdul Mumin to join us. Thank you for calling, Abdul Mumin. Go ahead. So chapter 27, verse number 38, it says, Sulaiman, he said, O chief, which one of you can bring me her throne before they come to me surrendering? He want them to surrender to him. They did not do anything to him. And in obedience, we don't know why, and he want her throne. One of the Afrit, which means he have many of them, he said, I will bring it to you before you rise from your place. Look how fast he is. This Afrit is so fast, brother. He can go all the way from Jerusalem all the way to Yemen and bring the throne back round the trip before Suleiman even he can stand from his chair. Like how long it take to stand from the chair? Few seconds, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say 10 seconds. So this Afrit, he can travel in a very extreme speed, and he come back with the chair before even Suleiman he stand up. What do you think?
Yeah, because as given he's a genie, so for him, like, you know, distance doesn't really matter, I guess.
So how, the genie is so fast?
Probably because he can fly, he can just appear and disappear.
How he can fly?
In a click of a second.
But he have no wings. You Muslim, you have him as a fat guy. He's big, he's bold, he's heavy. So how he fly?
Well, you have to watch the movie Aladdin then, I guess.
Well, this
So you can
Aladdin,
get some
this
imagination
Aladdin,
of
but
that.
even Aladdin, it take him. You see, just to go with you, the Quran says that the flying carpet of Solomon, which is extremely fast, it take 1 month journey by noontime. 1 month journey is the distance of people used to measure by traveling by walking. At that time, there's no airplane, correct? So 1 month
Yeah.
journey is the distance the flying carpet of Suleiman can go by noontime. That's mean if we,
Yeah.
if you know, in the old days they measure the day like by sunrise, sunset. So it's the same. We can say it is, you know, let us say 6 hours. I don't want to say 12 hours. I would say 6 hours. So by noontime, 6 hours is going to fly a month journey, the flying carpet of Solomon. By the way, do you believe in flying carpet?
No.
But this is in the Quran.
Yeah, but in the Quran, it's not mentioned as flying carpets.
No, it's
mentioned as,
mentioned.
you know, the power of the wind.
No, my friend. The power of the
Right.
wind. Okay, the power of the wind go
Yeah.
under the mat. He have a mat made it from wood. The wind go underneath of him and carry him and his host.
Yeah, probably this technology hasn't yet been invented, and already the Quran has foreseen this technology.
The
Probably
Quran
one day
what?
we
The
will
Quran
come
will what?
maybe 100 years from now.
This is technology
Quran
now.
hasn't.
So this is not this is technology.
Sure. This technology is not yet available to humans yet.
Flying carpet technology. No, we have an airplane.
No, this is even faster than that, no?
No, airplane is way faster because it says to you it take by noontime a distance of 1 month journey by feet. This is very slow actually.
Yeah, but even an airplane,
So
the
listen.
maximum number of people nowadays is around about what, 500, 600 people on one big aircraft. But here you're talking about.
But according to your story, Suleiman and his kingdom, all of them, they are flying in the top of the flying carpet.
Yeah, correct.
How big the flying
So
carpet
the technology
is?
is not yet come.
Huh?
Must be huge. Must be very huge for them to carry.
Okay,
like
must
what I
be
told
very
you about,
huge.
what,
Okay,
80,000
how
chairs?
huge? You see, it says that all his kingdom expand all the way from Jerusalem all the way to Persia. So in order to carry all this kingdom, all his horses, all his soldiers, all his cook, his wives, even his houses in the top of the flying carpet, that means the flying carpet have to be at least 1 million square foot, 1 million, sorry, square mile.
Probably.
Okay, you believe in such a thing?
Like I said, we don't have this technology yet, no?
Oh, this
So
is
we can't
technology.
imagine. Yeah.
Okay. So what do you
Not
think
yet
about
this-
what do you think about Suleiman speaking to the ant?
Yeah, that is something which is, you know, I've listened to your shows before, and I also can't get my head around it. It's what I'm thinking is just like maybe it is just to show that there is a dialogue going on, but not with action speech as such, like probably in their minds.
But no, the Quran says, then the ant she said, and Suleiman he heard her speech, not in the mind. She said,
Probably they were talking.
she said to who?
you know,
The
through their
ant, she did
mind.
not speak to Suleiman. So the ant, she spoke to the ants, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. So the ant, she spoke to the ant. Suleiman, he heard the speech of the ant, saying to the ants, hide, otherwise Suleiman will crush you.
Correct.
All right. The Quran says that Allah, He taught Sulaiman the language of the birds, correct?
Correct.
All right. How he understand the language of the ants?
I don't have an answer for that, honestly.
You don't have an answer, or this is laughable and just why you laughed? You laughed. I heard you.
No, not that.
No, you
You go
laughed. You
into the
laughed,
minute.
my friend. You laughed. Why
I
you
did laugh.
is it laughable? Let
Laughing
us
at
be
how
honest.
you-
Abdul Mumin, I like you. You are a nice person. You did laugh for a reason. What is the reason?
The reason is it's funny. That's why.
It's funny. So it's
The
stupid.
way-
It's stupid when you say funny.
No, the way you pinpoint on the details is funny.
Well, my friend, I am a person who read carefully. I'm not an average person who read and let things go. So when somebody says to me, especially he's speaking, claiming that he's coming from God, then I have to think carefully about what he is saying, take it seriously, and if it is stupid, then it's stupid. So you laugh because obviously it's stupid, correct?
Not necessarily, because
So,
you know.
okay, so
the
give
thing
me
is,
the,
see,
give
when
me the
we
reason.
try-
You said to me it's funny. I'm just going by your words.
Okay, the reason why I laughed in reality is because when I raised this with my sheikh in the mosque here, he told me that he only said these are all unseen things. And when
How
I
those
heard
are
what
unseen? How
you
those
said
are
just
unseen? If the ant is something we see, now you Muslims, anything we say to you, it's unseen. It's an ant. Now the ant is invisible now. It's an ant.
now, and not the ant as such, but the dialogue. Now, I asked this very question also to
Well, my
him,
friend,
but he
your
couldn't
dialogue
answer.
and my dialogue now is unseen. Is that an excuse? Can you see my dialogue now? Can you see my words? No. So what does that mean? I mean, this is my friend Abdul Mumin. You are a smart person. You are adult. You are mature. You are not a kid. I don't want to be rude to you and sound like I'm insulting you. I want you to think with me. This is have nothing to do with unseen, the excuse of unseen. We believe in the unseen. What does that mean? This is just a way to hide behind a rock to say, oh, the wolf is not coming, the truth is not there, the sun is not there, the storm is not coming. You're hiding. So the unseen is an excuse. How in the world Allah He taught Sulaiman the language of the birds, yet Sulaiman he understand the ant, and ants don't talk. See, all creatures, they communicate. This is true. We can say this is talking, but this is not really talking, because the Quran says the ant she said. She said. Arabic is so clear. It's something she said. قالت namla. So when the namla she spoke, or the ant spoke, he heard her speech. The Quran says he heard her speech. But ants don't talk. They are mute. They are deaf. They are mute and deaf. They communicate only by one of two ways, either chemical or by vibration. They knock at the body of each other. They don't hear, they feel the knock. So they vibrate or they do chemical. None of those is one of the feature of Solomon. As you see, he taught him, Allah, the language of the birds.
And then in that case, I'll have to say, like again, like with the carpet story, like this technology also hasn't been invented yet to be able to.
So now
communicate
anything
with
we say, it's funny, and you yourself, you laugh at it. You say, now it's technology. Did Allah, He gave him a cell phone translator? What does that mean? Okay, well, let us be mature in the answer. This is what does this have to do with technology? Allah, He taught him the language of the birds. You see, if Allah taught him the language of the ants, I will say, okay, well, He gave him a feature. Somehow he can understand the ants, but He taught him the language of the birds. Now, Sulaiman, he speak the language of the birds. Why Sulaiman, he have an army of birds?
Probably this is metamorphical for like aircrafts and animals.
You are making
like,
things up now.
flying.
You see, you're trying to avoid it. It says
Yeah,
he have
because
a
I don't
host.
have answers to give
No,
you.
my friend, read with me carefully.
have-
It says, read carefully. And there we gathered before Sulaiman. So it's a location. We gathered them before Sulaiman, his host, his army of jinns and men and birds. Why jinn are shaitan? Why shaitan is in the army of Sulaiman?
Probably he had control over all these
How
supernatural
he have
beings.
control? Is it true that he have a ring? He controlled them?
Yeah, that's what it says. No, he controls them with his
Okay,
ring.
he controlled them by a ring. Did you watch the movie The Lord of the Ring?
Yes,
Do,
yes.
do
I
you
did.
believe really in such a ring?
We have to believe whatever is given in the Quran. We have to believe. We have
Oh,
no
so you
choice.
believe now there's
It is. We have
Suleiman,
to
he is
believe
the
it.
Lord of the Ring, and he control all genies, mankind, birds by the ring.
That's what it says in the Quran,
And
right?
why Muhammad don't have that ring?
Because he's not Solomon.
Only Solomon he can do that.
Yeah, only Solomon was given that power.
Is it
Like each prophet was given different powers.
Is it true that when Suleiman he went to his bathroom, he gave his ring to his wife, and then Shaitan he took the look of Suleiman, and then he took the ring and he became a king?
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, that is. I'm not. I vaguely remember that story about the Satan taking his ring and trying to appear like Solomon.
So now what we learn from
And then
this, that
Solomon.
anyone wear the ring will become the king. Is that correct?
Yeah, they possess the power of the ring.
Okay. So now that's mean the ring is a magical ring. Whoever wear it, he got the power. So the power is in the ring itself, correct?
Correct. The power is in the ring.
Okay. So who is the one who made the magical ring, which if you wear it, you control the whole world?
Yeah, that doesn't mention that. That doesn't mention in the Quran who and how he got the ring.
No, it mentioned that Allah he is the one who gave him the power. Correct?
The ring?
No, he gave him the power. Allah
ring?
he gave him the power.
But regarding the ring, it doesn't mention, right?
Yeah, but Allah he gave him the power, correct?
Yeah, of course. Everything is from Allah.
Allah he gave him. Allah he
ring
gave him the power, and how he gave him the power? By giving him a ring.
Okay, yeah. If you put it like that, yes. Logically speaking.
But
yes.
do you think there is a wrong in the design? Because Allah he gave him a ring, supposedly, so Suleiman would be the king, right? And then Shaitan he wear it, and then the king became the Shaitan.
Probably it was a lesson for Solomon to learn.
This is what?
A lesson for Solomon to learn about.
So Allah he made the ring this way. Anyone can wear it. Do you think that somebody will find this ring one day and will control us too?
It might not be a ring, but it might be like, for example, today the world is controlled by internet. So each one has a mobile in
so the ring of Solomon today is
like that too.
The ring of Solomon today is Google.
It can be like a power of media nowadays.
You see, but the ring is made by Allah. Is the internet made by Allah?
Everything is from Allah's wisdom.
Everything from Allah. I just came from the bathroom, you know. Everything from Allah. What does that mean? My friend, focus with me. The story in front of us here. Let me show you. I will it for you on the screen. Let us see. Suleiman ring. Here is the story of Suleiman, how he went to the bathroom, and then before he go to the bathroom, he take his ring, he give it to his wife. His wife, Shaitan, came to her. He took the ring and he took the look of Suleiman. How Shaitan can take a look of Suleiman? Can Shaitan
where is the source for this one which you're reading about?
This is your Muslim website, and those are Islamic books, as you see. This is al-islam.org.
Which
website.
one is this?
Al-islam.org.
Islam.org. Okay.
Yeah. So Suleiman, he took his ring to do defecate. He want to go to the bathroom, which is all king like me do. And then he gave his ring to the wife, because it's not allowed to take the ring, the holy ring of Allah, inside the bathroom. So he gave the ring to his wife. Some story says servant, depending on the who reporter. And his wife, and the Muslims are confused about what the name of the wife. And even they claim that Solomon, he married from a woman. Her name is Jarada. She was half daughter of a genie, Shaitan, half daughter of a human. And then, you know, Shaitan, he take the ring and he became the king, and Suleiman became a person homeless. And then the Shaitan, he start having sex with the wives of Suleiman, and the wives, how the wives, they notice that this is going to be Suleiman because he's so good in bed. Never stop, like durgan, durgan, durgan. So they told the elders about how good he is in boom, boom, boom. And then Shaitan, he discovered that he been exposed now. So he took the ring away and he threw it in the ocean. And then a fish, she swallowed the ring. Solomon one day, he was helping a fisherman because he was working as a porter. He told the fisherman, if I carry those fish for you to your house, what you give me in return? The guy, he said to him, I will give you 2 fish as wages. Suleiman, he took the fish as wages. He went home, he opened the fish, he found his ring. How much the story is convincing for you, Mr. Abdul Mumin?
Yeah, it sounds like there's a lesson to learn there, that because Solomon was, having so much of riches, and to come down to the poor state where he had to go and fight for his own food. And then he gets back the ring in the end. So, it is like he learned his lesson that he should not be too...
Is that a story? Is that a story made for adult or for kids? Do you really believe in this?
It's like more, what is the moral of the story, basically?
No, this is not about, this is a story happening supposedly as it is. This is not up to you to say to me, this is metaphorical to teach us how. This is supposedly what happened. The ring is physical, Suleiman is physical, the fisherman is a physical, the fish is physical. He opened her stomach, he found the ring. But isn't it, this is obviously a fairy tale story?
Yeah, it might be to you, but for us, we look at it as, what
to you is not a fairy tale
story.
story. Why is not a fairy tale story for you? Why?
Because we look at what we learn from the story.
What you learn? You learn that Suleiman have a ring, and then he found.
No, we learned that the ring basically symbolizes power, like you had clearly put it. That is the power from Allah.
Okay, I will go with your story just to show you how stupid the story.
Okay.
You agreed that if you wear the ring, you become the king. You control everything. Correct?
Correct. You have the power.
Shaitan now he took the ring. Correct?
Correct.
Okay. Shaitan, he was exposed by the wives that he is not Suleiman because he have so power in sex. Okay?
Correct.
Okay. Why Shaitan would throw the ring? As long as he's wearing the ring, he's controlling them anyway. Why is that? Why he want to run away? I mean, if the ring is giving me control over human, over genie, over everybody, why I want to take the ring and throw it in the ocean when I am wearing the ring? I have the ring. Why he did that?
Yeah, but that is why. Yeah, the reason is basically Allah has also given the intellect to the wives to recognize that he is not Solomon, so he gets caught.
So he got caught after he effed them all. Is that what Allah he want?
Probably. He wants Shaitan. That's why that was a test.
He wants what test?
Probably.
Allah, he made Shaitan effing the wives of Solomon one after one until their vagina became red. And this is a test for Suleiman. What about making Shaitan effing Suleiman to be a test for Suleiman? This is not a test for Suleiman. The one who got effed is the women. They are not Suleiman. What does have to do with Suleiman? So what kind of religion allow Shaitan to eff a prophet wife?
Yeah, so that he will learn his lesson. Now, once he lost the ring, then he was turned to the streets. You see, so automatically he's learned his lesson.
First of all, here we have many stupid things is being said, because if Shaitan he can clone, and you agreed that Shaitan he cloned the look of Suleiman, correct?
Correct.
Okay, how we guarantee that the one who came to Muhammad is not the same Shaitan, and he cloned the look of Jibreel?
Whoa.
Because now you agreed that shaitan, he can clone anyone.
Correct.
Okay. So what is the guarantee that the one who was coming to Muhammad is not the same shaitan who have good skills in cloning, and he claimed to be Jibreel?
You have a point there.
Not only that,
more about
I have a surprise for you. Isn't it your prophet, he said that he received satanic verses from a shaitan, his name is Al-Abyad, who he came to him in the image of Jibreel?
Which verse is that?
Well, the Quran speak about satanic verses. If you remember the author who Muslim they tried to kill him, Salman Rushdie.
Yeah, chapter 53, right?
Satanic
Chapter
verses,
53,
yes.
verse
Okay, satanic
19,
verses.
20.
If you read the story, the excuse is that shaitan, he came in the look of Jibreel. He gave Muhammad satanic verses. And the shaitan, his name is Abyad. So now it's confirmed that Muhammad, he was receiving Quran from a cloning or cloned angel, yet he is a shaitan. So you Muslim now, by adopting such a fairy tale story, you destroy all your belief, because now we can't trust anybody, anyone. Even Muhammad, maybe himself, he is the same shaitan. Because if shaitan can clone Suleiman, he can clone Muhammad. Correct?
Yeah, that's what the Solomon story tells us.
Okay. So how we can guarantee that Muhammad himself is not the shaitan?
No, because Shaitan did that. He didn't clone anybody. He just threw the message.
No, Muhammad,
from
no,
prophet's tongue.
no. Muhammad, he said, shaitan, explanation of this verse, shaitan, his name is Abyad. He came to me in the image of Jibreel, and he gave me those verses.
Yeah. So never did we send a messenger or a prophet before you, but he recited the revelation, narrated or spoken. Shaitan threw some falsehood in it.
Yeah. So?
Yeah. See, Shaitan, he just threw falsehood in what he was reciting.
Yeah, but how he threw?
So he didn't Satan didn't take any
how
form
Muhammad convinced? Because you know, all you Muslim, you always you say that Muhammad, he don't receive something in his head. He meet the angel, and the angel give him Quran. Correct?
Correct.
All right. So
yeah,
in order for Muhammad to receive those verses, he have to meet the angel in person as usual.
Correct.
All right. How the shaitan he came? Muhammad, he confirmed. He says shaitan, his name is Al-Abyad. He came to Muhammad, and he is the one who gave him the satanic verses.
Correct. That's what happens.
All right.
So
now we have two angels. One, his name is Jibreel, and one is shaitan. Both, they look the same. Correct?
Yeah, but doesn't Jibreel come back again to?
How we know that the one who came back? How we know that the one who came back is not the same shaitan? They look the same.
Yeah, because he advises him and tells him, no, like, why did you speak those words? I didn't give you those words. He confronts him with
this is actually additional proof that Muhammad is a satanic man. Because if the angel came to him right away before he do it, don't the angels is watching? Isn't the angel watching? Isn't Allah watching what is shaitan is doing? Why he waited until shaitan? He took the image of Jibreel. He come to Muhammad. He delivered the verses, and then 2 weeks, 3 weeks after, angel he come to him. He says, Muhammad, what you did, this is not me who spoke to you. Shouldn't he right away say to him, this is not me?
Probably it's Allah's test for us.
So Allah, he tests you by sending Allah, he tests you by making Muhammad receiving Quran from shaitan.
And he sends Gabriel after that to abolish that also, right?
He sent what?
He sends Gabriel.
How you know it's Jibreel? Now we cannot trust Jibreel, because now Jibreel, it can be the same shaitan. Maybe the shaitan killed Jibreel. We don't know. Maybe Jibreel now is in jail. Maybe shaitan, he trapped him somewhere. So where was Jibreel when shaitan came to Muhammad and he took his look? Isn't you Muslim believe that angel is always accompany even normal Muslims? Correct?
Correct.
Okay. Now this is Muhammad. Do Muhammad have an angel? His name is Jibreel, accompany him or not?
Yeah, but every Muslim, we believe that we have a Satan also with us, no? There is a Satan on our left shoulder and a Satan and a good angel on our right shoulder. So both of them are doing controlling his mind at the same time, probably.
No, this is not about controlling mind. This is about a physical person. He come to in the image of Jibreel to Muhammad, and he spoke to him in the look of an angel. It's not in the mind, it is physical.
Yeah, but the verse doesn't say that, CP. It says
no, the verse actually, just to
falsehood.
show you that the verse doesn't make any sense anyway. Why? Look, read with me carefully. It says, never we send a messenger or a prophet before you, but when he recite revelation or narrated or spoke, this is additional from the translator, shaitan, he throws some falsehood in the recitation. Correct?
Correct.
All right. So now the recitation of the shaitan is where? Is mixed with
from the prophet's tongue.
No, he recited already. Quran is always recitation. It's not a book. It's not written yet. So the Quran of shaitan is mixed with the Quran of Allah. Correct?
The words, those words alone.
It doesn't matter.
Not
The Quran is words too. The Quran is words. Isn't the Quran is words? So the words of shaitan.
Those verses, I mean. Those particular verses, I mean.
Yeah. So the
that particular verses.
Okay.
Of,
so the satanic
Allah
verses, the satanic verses now is inserted by the mouth of Muhammad with Allah verses. Do we agree?
Correct.
Okay. And then Allah will delete them. Correct?
Correct.
All right. How we can guarantee that this verse itself is not coming from shaitan? To make us relax, because now people, they discover that Muhammad is a fraud. What happened when Muhammad recited those verses, he started bowing down to the gods of the pagans. Not only he recited them, he said, وَالشَّرَانِيقُ الْعُلَى إِنَّ شَفَاعَتَهُنَّ لِتُرْتَجَى. Those are the three daughters of Allah, the high, their intercession to Allah is required. And he bowed down, and all the pagans bowed down with him. So not only he recited by mouth, he physically bowed down to the idols. The Arab then they say that here we go, Muhammad is a liar. He claimed he will not pray to anyone except his God Allah. Now he is praying to Allah, our God, and his daughters. Muhammad, after that, he noticed many people, they start leaving Islam because he was exposed. So now he made a verse saying that Allah told me that the one who gave me this is shaitan. It's not me. I was a victim. He came to me in the look of a shaitan. His name is Al-Abyad. And now, how we can guarantee that this verse itself is not made by the same shaitan to make us relax? Because look what the verse is saying. Not a single prophet before you, but shaitan, he gave him false revelation. Name one for me. Shaitan gave him false revelation.
Satan gave who false revelation?
According to the verse,
yeah,
every prophet before Muhammad, he received satanic verses. Name one prophet he received satanic verses.
Probably it must be who was that guy? You mean for prophets from mentioned in the Quran or in
any
the Bible
prophet
also?
if you wish? I don't know. You can tell me even Trump. I don't care. A person you consider him as a prophet. This story never happened to anyone. This is only for Muhammad. Received satanic verses. He recite them. He say them, and then he waited a few weeks, and then where was Jibreel all this time? And you know, and don't you Muslim, you say no one can make Quran save Allah?
Correct.
Okay, how Muhammad did not notice that this is going to be from Allah? If the Quran is
So this is
something
what,
unique, if the Quran is according to the false claim of the Muslims, it is unique, amazing, so beautiful, and nobody can write like it. Isn't it the Quran says that he challenged the human and the genie, and Shaitan is a genie, as you know, to make Quran like this, but they cannot?
Yeah, he's talking about the entire Quran, not just one. or two verses.
No. He said surah. We do not know how big what Muhammad he will receive. This is the Muslim stories. So if I can make a sentence like Allah, then I can make a surah, because surahs is many sentences. I will make one sentence, one more sentence, one more sentence. I have a surah. So can we write the same as the Quran of Allah? Obviously, Shaitan can do easy. As you see here, Shaitan, he gave Muhammad satanic verses. Did Muhammad notice that this is not from Allah? At least because it's different way.
Yeah, because Gabriel came back and told him that it is not from
exactly.
Allah.
So Muhammad did not notice himself. How Muhammad did not notice that what he said is wrong?
Yeah, because he's only revealing God's word.
No. Just wait. What do you mean revealing God? This guy, he keeps saying we worship Allah only, we worship Allah only, we worship Allah only, and now he is saying the daughters of Allah is true and we have to intercede through them. So he did not notice that this is a total contradiction for what he said before. So now I say to the Christian here, we need to worship Jesus. Only Jesus can save us. Only Jesus can help us. Only Jesus can take us to heaven. Only Jesus can forgive our sin. And then second day I say, oh, forgive, you know, follow a priest or a bishop. He can forgive us. No, this is contradiction. Either only Allah, and then you call yourself, as you claim, monotheist, or you accept that the daughters of Allah are true, and you worship them and you ask them for intercession. So let us say Jibreel never show up. Shouldn't Muhammad knew that this is really totally the opposite of what he said? If I say something to you, like sometime we speak, you know, like because we are focusing on something, and then maybe I will mention the wrong name. I will say, I want to say Prophet Isaiah, I say Prophet, let us say, you know, I say Elijah, you know, by mistake. This can be acceptable. But here we are talking about destroying all the belief, all the practice, turning 180 degree, and worshipping the three daughters of Allah. And then I did not notice until Jibreel come to me and say, this is not right. Where was the mind of Muhammad? Was he monotheist all the time or sometime?
Yeah, but worshipping is not mentioned in the Quran, isn't it? It's just only mentioned that he threw some falsehood, but it doesn't mention.
Okay,
that
hold on.
And
no, it's mentioned in the interpretation. If you go in the interpretation, it says that he recite. The Muslim, they have even the verses which is given by the Quran. What Muhammad said exactly, they have it. The Muslim, they have it. He said the intercession of the daughters of Allah, shamounia ula. So when the Quran, when Muhammad he mentioned that, the Arab they copy it, the Muslim they copy it, and then it's spread all over. And then this is why Muhammad later he found himself, he got busted. So he decided to fix it. He was trying to be hypocrite with the Arab, make them follow him just to accept him. But when he thought no believers are there and nobody will know what he just did. But when the news is spread, Muhammad, he decided to say, oh, this is Shaitan, he gave it to me, don't blame me, Allah will take it off. But how come Muhammad did not notice that Shaitan, he gave him such a thing?
No, it's probably that means that Satan must have come in the form of Muhammad and done all this.
Okay, so now what we, in conclusion, Shaitan, he come in the form of angel Jibreel. He spoke to Muhammad, gave him satanic verses. Muhammad, he take them blindly, even though he is worshipping three daughters of Allah. Muhammad, he go home, still he did not notice what he did. Muhammad, he stayed there for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And then angel Jibreel sent by Allah to tell Muhammad, this is not right. So all this time, the believer, disbelievers, they believe in Muhammad gods, which is the 3 daughters of Allah. And Muhammad himself did not notice that this is from Shaitan. Did not notice.
Yeah, correct. Same like the Christians, you know, for 600 years, you are worshipping a God, which is man.
Okay,
Same like that. Now,
but you
after
see,
600 years,
we
now
don't
you know
have,
what you're doing.
okay, hold on. You cannot compare, because we don't believe that Shaitan, he gave satanic verses to Jesus. And even your Quran, 600 years after, confirm our book, says this is a true book. So if we believe in a man and the Quran confirm that the book between our hand is a true book, is that correct?
Yeah, but which book are you talking about? It says
the one is with
the
us.
book, but
The
it doesn't
one
say
is
which
with
book.
us. The one is with us. You
Yeah,
said
which book
you
was
said
with-
you
which
said for
book was with
you
you?
said a second ago, for 600 years, you Christian worship a man, correct?
Correct.
So you are counting the 600 years of until Muhammad came, correct?
Correct.
But when Muhammad came, he confirmed the book with us. Chapter 2, verse number 89. When there come to them, to the Jews and to the Christians, the book of the Quran, confirming what is with them, the Torah and the Injil. Confirming it, not denying it. What is with them? Do you see it?
Yeah, I see this.
Okay, so the
but when you say
Quran,
confirming
600 years, actually the translation is false. In Arabic it says musaddiqun lima ma'ahum, which means believing in what is with them, not just confirming. There's a huge difference between confirming and believing. So Muhammad is coming as a believer in the Torah, believer in the Injil, which is with us, not with him.
correct.
So how that can be corrupt? And this is the book after Jesus, 600 years after, the Christian believed that Jesus is God. The Quran confirming the book is with us.
But the Quran says that Jesus was taken up to heaven directly.
That is a
He was
contradiction.
not killed.
That doesn't matter. Okay, Jesus, we believe that Jesus is in heaven anyway. So, where is Muhammad now?
Muhammad is waiting to be resurrected.
Oh, so he's dead.
It's not dead as such. It's like
He's
in a
dead.
state of
You just
waiting
said he is waiting to be
for the day of
resurrected. What does that
resurrection.
mean? He is waiting to be resurrected. That's mean he is dead, correct?
No, he's in a state of sleep, you can say. Like.
Oh, so now dead is asleep now?
Yeah, because time doesn't matter for that. When one person dies, then time doesn't matter anymore for them. So when they wake up,
so when I die, I will be
sleep.
when I die, I will be sleeping too.
Yes, you will sleep for till the day of resurrection. You will sleep, and once the resurrection comes,
okay.
you will. It will be like
Okay,
you
listen,
died yesterday, even though you slept for maybe
okay,
1,000,
listen.
2,000,
I have a
3,000
very simple
years.
question for you. Your prophet in the
Okay.
Hadith, he said that when you pray every Friday, for your prayer will be supplicated to me. Why the prayer of the Muslim will be supplicated to Muhammad? Is he God?
No, it's not like that. It's like how you have the same thing in the saints in the Bible. You supplicate your prayers to the saints, and they take it to God. No, like that.
Well, but no. First of all, we do not need. We ask the saint to pray for us. We are not. No. Listen.
Yeah,
No. You see, and I actually, me myself, I never do that because I pray to the Jesus right away. Why I want to ask the saint to pray for me? But I ask here the brothers, sisters, all the time. Pray for me. Pray for this person. This is because we are brothers and sisters and families. We are asking each other to pray for each other. We believe in the power of the prayer, but we don't supplement our prayer to saint. We pray to God. Now here, all the prayer of the Muslim will be submitted to Muhammad, but yet he's dead.
Yeah, that's the same thing which is happening in Christianity also.
No.
You supplicate, you pray to Saint Anthony.
Do you submit
pray to
your
Saint...
prayer to Allah or to Muhammad as a Muslim?
We submit our prayer to Allah.
Okay, the hadith says
But we do it
all your prayer, not a blessing. The Muslim, they falsely translates the word prayer as a blessing. Submit it to me. Then the Muslim, they say to him, the companion, but you will be dead and your body will decay. He said that we, the Prophet, our bodies don't decay.
Yeah, because they go into a sleep, you know. But I don't know why they're using the word body here. But
so why Ibn Abbas, he said, bury your friend, meaning Muhammad, because his body stink. He said, يَأْسَنُ كَمَا يَأْسَنُ الْبَشَرِ. Bury your friend, he stink as all human, they stink. So Muhammad is a fraud. He claimed that his body will not decay. They did not bury him for 3 days. They were hoping that he will be the same as Jesus. He will be resurrected to heaven. So they waited 3 days exactly. Then he stink badly, and his belly became full of fart. Ibn Abbas says, he said, قَدْ رَبَى بَطْنَهُ وَنَثَنَتْ خُنْصُرَاهُ. His belly became so full of fart, and his fingers, they shrink, like they grab, you know, when the person, his body is trying to start to decay, his feet, they will look different, his fingers will look different. So when Ibn Abbas, he said that this is what's happening to Muhammad, isn't it this is a proof that Muhammad is a false prophet who he claimed that his body will not decay?
no, probably they understood it wrong, because from what you see, it actually.
What do you mean I understood it wrong? It says that his belly became big from fart, from gas. When you die, there's some food in your stomach always, no matter how maybe you just went to the bathroom, still there's some food still left. So when you die, that food will be digested by the bacteria, and then you will have gas, and because now you are not alive, the gas will not go out. Normally people fart. So what happened? Your belly will become bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and then when there's no more space for gas, naturally the body will push, because there is no more space, will be pushed out of the gas will find a release through the anus and will go out. So this is what happened to your prophet. But your prophet, he said that he will not, his body will not decay. If you want me to show you the reference, I can show you as many references as you wish.
He didn't say that.
Huh?
The hadith says that.
What?
They're asking him that question. The people are asking him that question. How can our blessings be submitted to you when your body has decayed? That's what the people are asking him a question.
Yeah.
But the Prophet says that Allah has prohibited the earth from consuming the bodies of the Prophet. He hasn't mentioned anything about decay only, just about consuming.
No, he says consuming. They are asking about decay. He said cannot consume it, which means decay. My friend.
No. This is
my friend. You are reading a translation, and this is your Muslim translation. What was the question is? How we can do that when your body will decay? He says,
correct.
Allah forbid the earth from consuming the bodies. How the earth consuming the bodies? Decay. You became dust. So don't tell me it doesn't say decay. You will not look good with it. Anyone who is watching, he knew that now you are not being honest with me. It's about him being decay. Actually, in some hadith says that when Muhammad he died, in less than a day and a night, not 3 days, a day and 1 night, which means 24 hours. The day is daytime, the night is nighttime. So in less than 24 hours, Muhammad, his belly was full of fart, and he changed. The skin changed, the look changed, everything of him changed.
Yeah. So CP, this portion which you're discussing here is this. I see. Yes, there are certain things which don't make sense here in this hadith, but if you look at what the context is basically is like how Christians you pray to saints.
We don't answer about this. Don't repeat that. Don't repeat the same. We don't pray to saints. Saints are like us.
No, I've seen some of my friends.
Saints themselves, they ask God for forgiveness. So when we say saints, We are talking about the best of us, who they are. They give their life to God, serving people, but doesn't mean they are not sinners. All of us, we are sinners. The Bible says it clearly, all mankind are sinners. Nobody, no
Correct.
exception. So
Correct.
don't let us not to you see, we are going from a place to place, and everything shows that Muhammad is mentally ill and he's a liar. Let me ask you, Shaitan, he appeared to Muhammad and he gave him satanic verses, correct?
Correct.
In the image of Jibreel, correct?
That doesn't mention in the Quran. It just says he threw in the
No, in the hadith,
in the.
your prophet says that Shaitan ismuhu al-abyad atani. He explained why. You can go and read the interpretation of the
Which
verse.
hadith is that?
Read the interpretation. Shaitan, his name is al-abyad. He came to me. Go to Al-Razi as an example. If we go to Al-Razi right now, we will see the interpretation says that Shaitan, his name is al-abyad. He came to me and in the image of Jibreel. Do you want me to show you reference?
Yes, please.
All right. Let me find it. And look like in Islam, everybody clone everybody. Because Jibreel himself, he cloned someone. His name is Dahi al-Kalbi. So now we have two Dahi al-Kalbi, which is very weird.
Yeah, that's because Jibreel came in a human form, isn't it?
Doesn't matter. Well, here we go. So now Shaitan, he come in the image of Dahi al-Kalbi or in the image of Jibreel, the same Jibreel as we know. Doesn't matter. Everybody can clone everybody. How we can trust anything? Let us see. All right, let's show one by one here. This is, I'm going to show you now the official government of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia website. I think I cannot be better than this, right? This is official government of Saudi Arabia. This is the chapter of Al-Hajj, verse number 52, and this is Tafsir Al-Qurtubi. And you are a Muslim Sunni, correct?
Correct.
All right, so Muslim Sunni, all of them, they accept Al-Qurtubi, highly respected, big name scholar for the Muslims. Here it says, let us go down. I don't know how much you know Arabic, but you can, I will give you the page. You can use Google Translation. And Ibn Abbas, he said, إن شيطانا يقال له الأبيض كان قد أتى رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم في سورة جبريل عليه السلام وألقى في قراءة النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم تلك الغرانيق العلا إن شفاعتهن لترتجى. Let us use Google Translation. All right, and this is how you can find it.
Yeah.
You go almost to the middle of the page or at the end. You can search maybe for when you use Google Translation. Let me post the link for everybody. I will post it in the chat so everybody can open with me and use Google Translation from your side. Open the page. Hold on. Open the page in Google browser if you want to use Google Translation, because Google Translation work only in Google browser. Be careful. So now we will use Google. Click in front of your eyes. You see my screen, right?
Yes.
Okay. Translate to English. Here we go. And now the page is so long, so I'm going to search for the word white in English. Maybe I can find it easier this way. White. It's not coming. It shows 0. Here it says Shaitan he throw in etc. But let us go down, see if we can find it.
Shaitan through his wish.
Abu Bakr bin Abdul Rahman ibn etc. al-Harith al-Hashim, he said, the Messenger of Allah, Allah pray on him and salute him. When he said when the star it fall, when he reached to, do you see Allat and Al-Uzza and Manat and the other third? He said their intercession is hoped for. So he's worshipping the three of Allah. So the polytheist they like that. And those who have their heart disease, they like it. So now Allah is blaming you for believing in the Quran. And then Allah sent the angel Jibreel, and he told him this is from Shaitan. But let's go down where it says that Shaitan, he took the image of Jibreel.
Yeah, but it mentions the see. So the polytheists met him.
Yeah, all they are worshipping
whose
now the same
heart
God,
with a
because
disease.
the polytheist, my friend, your prophet is a polytheist. You Muslim are polytheist. You never worship one God anyway, and I can prove it. But let's finish this one first. So as you see, your prophet, he mentioned the three orders of Allah, and he said their intercession is a must, and he bowed down, and they bowed down with him. But what make it more horrible, where it says that Shaitan, let us see if we can find it. The problem, it's appearing here in 331 time. So we need to find let us see. Maybe if we search for Gabriel, we can find it in the page. Let us do that. Because the word Shaitan appeared 31 times. We want to find the part where Shaitan. Okay, here we go. So I never saw the prophet here. He mentioned Al-Atul Uzza, and he worshipped them. Okay, and then he bowed down, and then Allah, he sent down Jibreel. Okay, until now I'm unable to find where in the English translation. Let us use the word image, maybe that will help. Image. Zero translation. I don't know why the translation is not showing. I search for the word image, it shows only. Let us see, type word picture.
Maybe Shaitan sitting on your mouth.
Maybe in your nose, because Shaitan, according to your prophet, he sleep in your nose. He sleep in your nose. He piss in your ears, which makes sense. But no, actually, we can do this either way. And you know, like I'm showing official website, and this is live. If I'm lying, people will laugh at me, correct? So here,
Correct.
if we go here, I can do this actually. I will go here, and I will copy without translation the whole page, because the whole page is so long. I will copy and paste in Google Translation just the part we want.
Correct.
All right, let us open Google Translation. Google Translation. All right, I will copy in the front of your eyes. Do you see my screen?
Yeah, I see it. But
All
it looks like there's a delay, because after you, at the moment, what I see is now only just highlighting one word.
One
of
word,
Arabic you
exactly.
highlighted.
I will highlight a whole sentence to the end until there's a dot, which means the end of the conversation. So I will copy from here.
Okay.
وقد قال ابن Abbas, and Ibn Abbas, he said that a shaitan, his name is Al-Abyad, he came to the prophet in the image of Jibreel, peace be upon him, and he gave the prophet those verses that the high shrine or the high daughters of Allah, their intercession is a must. I will copy in front of your eyes. I will move to Google Translation. Here we go. Google Translation. In front of your eyes too. Translate from Arabic to English. Ibn Abbas, he said, the devil called Al-Abyad. He came to the Messenger of Allah, peace be upon him, in the form of Jibreel. Do you see it?
No, it's still Arabic here. Okay, now
In the form of Jibreel. You see it? And actually, maybe now.
Yeah, Ibn Abbas said a devil came. It says Ibn Abbas said a devil called Al-Abyad.
Al-Abyad.
Abyad is white, right?
Yeah,
Abyad,
right.
the white.
Yeah. This is why he believed him, because he made him look white, because Muslim, they worship white color. So now actually we can find it.
Satan deceiving him, isn't it?
It doesn't matter, but this is now this mean that Shaitan, he can take the look of anybody. And how we can trust that Jibreel is Jibreel? How we can trust that Muhammad is Muhammad? How we can trust that Isa is Isa? How we can trust anybody? Because Shaitan, he can come to me now in the image of anyone, and he can give me verses claiming to be from God, even if I am a prophet. How we can trust that Muhammad is not killed by Shaitan, and the one is there now is Shaitan. As you see, Shaitan, he took the image of David. Shaitan in Islam, he took the image of David. He started having sex with his wife, correct?
You mean Solomon?
Solomon, yeah. So Shaitan, he took the image of Solomon before. So we have a previous proof, according to Muslims, that Shaitan, he can take even the image not only of an angel, even a prophet of God. What if Shaitan, he killed Solomon? He can kill him. Why not? Solomon now is weak. He don't have an army. He don't have the ring. He don't have a sword. Shaitan kill him. And now he became Solomon. And he stays Solomon forever. How we know that the one who came to your prophet now, who you Muslim claim that this is Jibreel,
but Allah will
is not
allow
Shaitan.
that, no? Yeah, but Allah will not allow that.
Here we
He
go.
will,
It's allowed. You see, you
take
Muslims
an
are really.
action on
You see
Satan.
the hypocrisy, my friend. You say Allah will not allow it. It's allowed. As you see, Shaitan, he came in the image of Jibreel. How more than this?
No, what I mean is like
my friend, is it easier? Is it easier to take a form of a human or a form of angel? Which one is hard? Obviously, the Shaitan, he can take form of anything he wants. Correct? So how we can guarantee now? How we can guarantee now that Muhammad, all his statements are not coming from the Shaitan who took the form of Jibreel? How we can guarantee that the verse itself, the one it says Allah will delete what Shaitan he throw, is not from Shaitan himself? So make you relax, because now Muhammad get exposed.
yeah, but this is only one portion which has happened, and where
doesn't matter.
God
No, we can
Satan.
prove that all the Quran are from Shaitan. Let me ask you, who is the one who deceived people, Shaitan or God?
Shaitan.
What if I show you that Allah is the one he deceived, not Shaitan? Allah is the one he deceived.
No, that cannot be.
Okay. What the word deceive in Arabic, do you know? Yudil?
Not sure.
Yeah,
Not
the
sure.
Quran says that Shaitan, he deceive you, correct? Yudlil. This is the word.
Yeah.
Here we go. وَيُرِيدُ الشَّيْطَانَ أَنْ يُضِلَّهُمْ ضَلَالًا بَعِيدًا. This is the word yudil. You see it? It will go in front of you. All right.
Yeah.
But the verse after it, this is chapter 4, verse number 60. Chapter 4, verse number 60, it says, the one who will deceive you is Shaitan. And I'm going to zoom in the word again so you can see it. The same chapter saying that the one who deceives is Allah. Chapter 4, verse number 88. It says,
can you put this in English so I can see it?
Yeah, in English. Here we go. I'm showing you your English translation, your Muslim translation, not mine. Allah, he said to Muhammad, are you going to try to guide the hypocrite? Allah has
Whose
cast them.
translation
Hold
is
on.
this?
Who is the one who cast them in disbelief? Allah. And then he can continue saying, because of what they earned. Okay, what they earned, you are the one who cast them. Do you want to guide him who had Allah had made him go astray? What astray mean in English?
Go away from the straight path.
Exactly. Who is the one who made them go away from the straight path?
God has done this.
Allah.
Same thing. This is the same thing in Christianity also.
No, no. Jesus,
Yeah,
no, in
for example,
Christianity, for God he
in
loved
the
the
New-
world. No, for God he loved the world. God, the Father, he sent his only begotten Son to help us, to guide us, not to deceive us, to save us. That's why we call him the Savior. Your religion says
Correct.
that the one who cast the one who disbelieve out is Allah, the verse in front of you.
Yeah, but in the gospel also, in the book of I think one of the
My friend, you do not
epistles of
know your
Paul,
religion. How you want to teach me
mentioned
my
clearly.
how you want to teach me my book? Do you know your book? Here we go. You are in this ability.
No, I'm talking about
No,
similar,
I'm telling you,
something
we don't
similar
have any
I'm talking
Christianity.
about.
No, we don't have such a thing. God is our Father. That's why we pray for him. We call him our Father in heaven. Why? Because he loves us. He's not the one who deceives us. So here, who is the one who made somebody disbelieve? I ask you, who is the one who make people disbelieve? You said Shaitan. Correct? You agreed. Didn't you agree? And you
Yes.
said Shaitan?
Yes.
Okay. Now read with me. Who is the one who cast people in disbelief? Allah.
No, see, the thing here, there's a point here in this. It says, do you want to guide him whom Allah had made to go astray?
Okay.
So this is the same similarity which you have in Christianity also, which says that only God has already chosen. Whoever is going to go to heaven is already
No,
chosen.
my friend, this is
You
not
don't
about
have
no.
any right to.
Don't explain my book for me. Don't explain my book for me. When God, he says he's a chosen people, he said, come to me, knock at my door, I will open for you. The chosen one is the one who they come willingly, not him forcing them. Come to me, knock at my door, and I will open for you. Jesus said, whoever believe in me and die will live. So you believe, those are the chosen ones. So the chosen one who chose me, not only I choose them.
I don't have
So
the verses.
it's not up to you. I know the
you, but
verses, my friend. This is my Lord.
I will send you.
This is
I will
my.
send
Don't
you
send
in
me. You
type
do not
the
need to send
verses.
me. I know what I'm talking about. So I choose them, for they choose me. Whoever believe in me, Jesus said, not everyone says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of my Father, but the one who do his will. So those I choose is the one who
Correct.
choose me. Those who I choose is the one who choose to follow me. Those who I choose, which means my choice, is their choice. It's willingly. So in Islam, no. In Islam here, and there we are talking about guidance, not the opposite. Here we are talking about the one who went in disbelief. Why they are in disbelief? Because Allah made them disbelievers, not Shaitan. So Allah is Shaitan. Why those people, they are hypocrite? Allah made them hypocrite. Why people lie? Because Allah made them lie. When you do fornication, is that a choice you do, or Allah forced you to do fornication?
It's a choice you make.
I'm asking you, when you do fornication, if somebody, I'm not trying to insult you, but I'm just conversation. If a human being do fornicate, do he choose to do fornication, or Allah force him to fornicate?
No, it's the sin in a man who forces him to do it.
It is Satan.
It's not God.
It is Satan, not God. Are you sure?
No, everybody has that sinful nature in them. So
No. This is not
it's
the question.
sinful
I
nature
want
which
to let's
makes
make
you.
it simple. Who is the one
Okay.
who tried to make you fornicate? Is it Allah or Shaitan?
Neither.
Neither.
It's not Allah. It's not Satan. Yeah, neither. It's the
Okay.
sinful nature of a human being which makes you do that.
But isn't it sin from Shaitan?
It is, yeah, sin is from Satan, of course.
Okay, is fornication sin in Islam?
Yes, of course it is sin.
Okay, so fornication is from Shaitan then, correct?
Fornication is from Satan, yes.
All right. But your prophet says no, it's from Allah. And read with
He
me.
does?
Your prophet says it is from Allah. Here we go, and this is Sahih Hadith.
Yeah, but our Prophet also told the people
Don't
not
tell
to
me
write
also,
down
a
anything.
second ago you said to me it's from Shaitan and you agreed, and now this Hadith says, read carefully, read, I'm listening.
Yeah, you know, Sayyid, I have raised this in my mosque
Can
with
you read, my
my
friend? My friend,
sheikh
just
here,
read
and
for
he
me.
told me.
My friend, don't tell me what, read it first and tell me what Sheikh told you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I know this one. I have raised this one with the sheikh, and what they told
So
me
why
was
you don't
like,
want to tell, why you don't
these
want to
are
read it?
all.
Why you don't want to read it? Does it say?
Okay. Really, Allah has
Okay.
fixed the very portion of adultery which a man will indulge in, and which he of necessity must commit. The adultery of the eye is a lustful look, and the adultery of the tongue is a licentious speech. The heart desires and earns, which the part may not be put into effect.
All right. Now tell me what your Sheikh said about it. Go ahead.
But he said that, you know, there are a lot of people who were against the Muslims who made all these type of hadiths.
So now,
this is what he told me.
Okay, so now those are hadith made by the one who's against the Muslims.
Yes, well, mainly he said.
But who is the one who wrote the book? It's Sahih Muslim. The guy, his name is Muslim. He is the most highest scholar in Islam for hadith. This is very authentic hadith. And now you Muslim claiming that this hadith is written by the enemy of Allah, written by a Christian prince.
Yeah, no, not you, but this
no, me. I am enemy of Allah. Allah is shaitan for me. I am his enemy. I announce it. I don't hide it. I'm not a coward. So you are saying to me that this is not what your prophet said. The sheikh, he told you that this is written by the enemy of Allah. So you Muslims are the enemy of Allah, because you said to me you are a Muslim Sunni. Every Muslim Sunni.
No, not all the hadiths. All these hadiths which are going against the
My
Prophet.
friend, this is Sahih Muslim.
These are all
okay,
like,
okay. The Quran written by who?
Quran written by, you mean the physical book?
Yeah, the book. I mean, the Quran is coming from who? From Allah, right?
So Quran is coming from Allah Ta'ala.
All right. Is the Quran preserved, or the enemy of Allah, they put verses there too?
When you say Quran is preserved, what you mean the book, or you mean the
Quran? The Quran, the whole. I don't care about the book. The Quran, the recitation of the Quran, the verses of the Quran, whatever, the word of Allah. Is it preserved or not?
Yeah, the word of Allah is eternal. That
okay.
Nobody can.
Does the Quran says is sin is a bad thing or a good thing?
Sin.
Is it a bad thing or a good thing?
No, sin is a bad thing in any religion. And
is
in
bad
Muslim
things
also, sin is a bad
thing. A bad things happen to you as a destiny from Allah or destiny from Shaitan?
No, bad things. No, I'm getting confused here. Sorry. Let me just make this clear.
Okay, bad things is bad things as a destiny from Allah or destiny from Shaitan?
Yeah, but you're talking about the bad things which I do, or the bad things which happen to me?
Doesn't matter. Anything happen to you or you do, because bad things you do to others are bad things happen to others too. So I can go right now, kill somebody, he died. That's a bad thing for him. Maybe it's a good thing for me, but doesn't make any difference, for it's a bad thing happening. So bad things is a destiny made by Allah or made by Shaitan?
Bad things is a destiny made by Shaitan.
So why the Quran says bad things is from Allah?
It does?
Yeah.
It says that?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All bad things is from Allah. Chapter 64, verse number 11.
Sorry, which one? Chapter 64?
Verse number 11.
64:11. No calamity befalls but with the leave of Allah, and whoever so believes in Allah, He guides his heart.
And the decision of qadar. Qadar means destiny.
No calamity befalls, but with the leave, decision. No, that's in the bracket, isn't it?
Doesn't matter. This is destiny.
Do we
This
take that
is the
also?
destiny. No problem. Ma,
Can you put Muhammad Pictal if you don't mind?
okay, Biktal, no problem. Here we go. We go to Biktal. Let us see Biktal, Muhammad Biktal. Here we go.
I feel he is more honest at least
No problem. Here we
compared
go.
to the rest of the translations.
Okay. Read it.
It's still the same. It didn't change yet. Okay, it's changing now. Pictal. Yeah. No calamity befalleth save by Allah's leave. Yeah. So they're talking about a calamity here. They're not talking about sin, is it?
You know, all those are bad. The bad things. But calamity here is musibah.
Yeah, any bad thing. Any
Yeah, I
calamity
asked you. Do you
befalls,
remember?
but
I asked
by
you,
Allah's leave.
is sin is bad thing? You said yes.
Yeah, but this is calamity is different from sin.
Okay,
Sin
you
is
see,
basically
you
when
you
a
you,
person
you wanna
does something,
okay,
right?
you wanna say I don't know, I don't know how honest you are, but I will go with you. When somebody, I just showed you, the Prophet says when you do fornicate, Allah He made decision for you to fornicate. When Adam he commits sin, did he choose to commit sin against Allah, or it was Allah destiny, which is calamity? Do you hear me?
Yes, I'm just
Okay.
contemplating on what you
So
said.
when
You're saying
Adam
that when Adam
commits
committed
sin,
sin.
Adam, focus with me. Adam commits sin.
Yes,
Did he commit sin
yes.
as a predestiny calamity from Allah, which is a sin decided for him to do, or he choose to do
Yeah.
sin against the will of Allah?
He chose to do the sin which
Well,
which
this is
Satan
this
had
is not
tempted
what your
him.
prophet said. Your prophet, he says that Allah, he made Adam commit sin, and Adam and Moses, they have a debate. Moses, he says to Adam, because of you we are out of heaven. Moses says to Adam says to Moses, are you blaming me for something written in my fate, in my destiny, 40 years before Allah he created me? And this is the hadith which is very authentic from Al-Bukhari. What say you?
Yeah, this is saying something totally different now. This is the opposite of what we've seen in the as per the destiny.
This is Al-Bukhari. Are you going to tell me now this is written by the enemy of Allah too?
So Moses and Adam are arguing here, and Moses is telling Adam that you are the father who disappointed us and turned us out of paradise. And Adam said to him, "Oh Moses, Allah favored you and He talked to you and He gave you the Torah and He wrote the Torah for you with His own hand. Do you blame me for an action which Allah has written in my fate 40 years before my creation?" So you mean to say that Allah has already decided this, that Adam will commit sin?
Yeah, this is about destiny. You don't do sin. It's Allah decision. All the sin we do according to Islam, it's a predestiny, and we have to do the predestiny. And this is, as you see, Al-Bukhari. Are you going to say now this is written by the enemy of Allah too?
This is hard to believe.
It's hard to believe. It's stupid,
How can
actually.
that be? How can
It's stupid because
how
simply,
can it be like this?
if this is true, then why Allah he want to kick Adam from heaven, and why we are out of heaven, and why we will punish to go to hell, if all our sin it was a predestiny anyway? There's a video
But why does the
of
Prophet
Mufti
repeat
Mink.
that three times?
Listen. Did you watch the video of Mufti Mink?
Mufti Ming.
About destiny.
Regarding?
About destiny. You can search it and watch it. He said,
Oh, yeah, I've seen that one.
okay,
Yeah.
so a guy who is a thief, he been taken to the caliphate, and
Correct.
the caliphate, he says, today I'm going to punish you for what you did. So the thief, he says,
Yes.
why you want to punish me for something predestined for me to do? What's my fault? The caliphate, and Muslim, he says, by the way, this is a good argument, which means he agree with it. The caliphate, he said to him, well, and he said the caliphate will outsmart him. He says, well, it was a predestined to me now to punish you. So everything we do is a predestined. You steal, it's a predestined. I predestined for me to punish you. So Islam is a stupid religion. So why we will go to heaven or to hell if it's all is a predestined? The one who will go to heaven is a predestined. The one who will go to hell is a predestined. So you believe, you don't believe, it doesn't matter. It's a predestined. My friend, you believe in a fraud. This is a sick, stupid religion. And can you believe it that Musa is a prophet of God? And then this is after supposedly they went to heaven, according to Muhammad. And now they are arguing. So Musa, he spent his life, we do not know what destiny is. And now Adam is getting him busted. And then the Muslim, they say that Musa was a Muslim. How he was a Muslim? He believed in the original sin. Original sin is, as a Christian, we believe that because of Adam's sin, we are out of heaven. And because of our sin too. So Moses here looked like he's a Christian more than the Muslims. Because he believed in the original sin.
But Stevie, we also believe one thing in as Muslims, we believe one thing also, that if there is a hadith and if it is having a supporting evidence in the Quran, that's when we take that hadith
false.
Seriously.
This is a false argument. So, because the hadith says you don't do mut'ah.
Is it?
No. The hadith says don't do mut'ah. The Quran says you do mut'ah. Which one you take?
We have to take the Quran.
But you take the hadith. Aren't you a Muslim Sunni?
Yes.
Okay, Muslim Sunni don't allow mut'ah no more. Because they say in the hadith, the Prophet, he forbid it.
Because it's obligated. It's abrogated, no?
No. Show me the verse in the Quran says it's abrogated. Go ahead.
There's no verse in the Quran. Again,
so you take the hadith over the Quran then. You are just fooling yourself, my friend. I like you. You're a nice man. But you are just trying to defend with no defense. You're just saying anything. Because either you take the Quran or you take the hadith. And everything in the hadith contradicts the Quran anyway, because Muhammad is your God. It's not the Quran.
Yeah, this doesn't make...
If a child, he die, where he go? If an infant, he die.
If an infant, he dies, he will... Again, if you look at the destiny, means what he was destined to do then in this case.
What? Okay.
He was destined for
people, they go
hell.
to hell and to heaven. Is that because of their sin or it's because of the destiny? Do I go to hell because of my sin or I go to hell because of my destiny?
No, as per this hadith, then it looks like as per your destiny.
Exactly.
If you're going as per.
And here there's a story
but
of a child. Listen, there's a child. He's an infant. He is a son of a Muslim family, born of a Muslim family. Even your prophet said that every child is born as a Muslim, correct?
Correct.
Okay. When Aisha and Muhammad, they went to attend the funeral of this child who is a Muslim, Aisha, she said, this baby will be a bird from the birds of paradise. This is what the normal people will say. And I will agree. Children, why they will go to hell? It doesn't make sense. They did not do anything. They don't understand anything. Muhammad, he says, no, it might be otherwise. Why? Because Allah, He created who go to paradise when they are in the backbone of their father. And He created who will go to the hell when they are in the backbone of their father. So it doesn't matter if you commit sin or not. So Muhammad is confirming that even the infant who never committed sin, and even Aisha, she said, he has not reached the age, he commit no sin. Aisha, she's saying, this child, he did not commit any sin. He did not even reach the age of somebody who can commit sin, which means he's a baby, infant. So Muhammad says, Aisha, peradventure, It might be otherwise, which means he might be a bird from the birds of hell. Because God, Allah, created for paradise who is fit for it while they were in their father backbone. And he created for hell those who they are will go to hell. So my friend, your religion is a fraud. It's against justice, which means it's against God. And now people will go to hell, not because they commit any sin. He will go, this is an infant. Just because this God, when he created him, he says, this baby go to hell. This baby go to heaven. This baby go. So when you are, you and me, before we are created, before we come to existence, according to your false prophet, Allah, he decide who will go to hell, who will go to heaven. So what the point of judgment day? What the point of religion anyway? What the point of God anyway? This guy is making fun of us. So he created me to go to hell, that's it. He decide before even I do anything, he go to hell. And this is an infant of a Muslim family. He's not even an infant of a Christian family. He commit no sin. He did not reach the age of sin. And now this God, according to Muhammad, he might send him to hell. Why? Because he decided before he created him. So my friend Abdul Mu'min, I invite you to leave Islam immediately. Are you really convinced with this? Abdul Mu'min, be honest with me.
Is this also mentioned in the Quran?
Well, you see, you Muslim, you take the Quran from Muhammad. Why you don't take what Muhammad said? In the Quran, I just showed you the verse. Anything happen to you is from Allah. Even the bad things is from Allah.
See, what you're saying makes sense here. I can understand what you're saying. You really have a point here. But you know, when we discuss this inside our mosque, we raise these points with our sheikhs here, and they tell us that these are hadiths. You have to compare it with the Quran and see. But again, you showed me another point regarding the muta. So I'm confused now.
My friend, all of you Muslims, when you say I'm a Muslim, it's mean you believe in certain things, and one of them is called al-qadar, correct?
Sorry, what is that?
You believe in the pillars of Islam, you believe in the pillars of faith, you believe in those things, don't you?
Correct.
Okay, do you believe in al-qadar, which means destiny?
Al-qadar.
Isn't the Quran in chapter of Al-Qamar, verse number 49 says, everything we created by destiny?
Just 1 second, hold on, please. Charger. My phone is dying. Just 1 second. I'm just putting on a charger.
Well, your phone is dying and your faith is dying too. Just wait. You will leave Islam by the end of the day.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
No, my faith is strong.
Yeah, I can tell. You just said I'm confused.
Yeah, you confused me and left me now. So
no, you are confused not because of me. You are confused because of Allah's words and His Prophet words. None of them make sense.
Okay, there I put the charger and it's charging. So yeah, so it doesn't make sense when we look at it like this. Yeah, I admit it doesn't make sense, because how can a child go to, how can an infant, it says like an infant here.
Do you believe by the will of Allah?
Let
me make it simple for you. Do you believe because Allah allow you to believe, or because Allah give you freedom to believe? Do you need permission from Allah to believe?
Do I believe if...
Do you need a permission from Allah to believe in Allah?
Yes, you do.
You need a permission to believe in Allah.
Unless you are... Yeah, if not, it's mentioned in the Quran, no, that we for not everybody can believe in Allah. There are certain people where He's hardened their ears and hardened their hearts.
Okay, thank you.
They cannot hear or
now you just answered
see.
yourself. You just said that Allah is the one who sealed their heart, sealed their eyes, sealed their hearing, correct?
Yeah, the ones who have disease in the heart.
No, hold on. Who is the one who makes somebody not to believe? Is Allah. How? He sealed their hearing, He sealed their eyes, He sealed their heart. Do you agree?
Yeah, because he's God. No? He knows what that person is
Thank
going to
you.
be. He
But
knows
that's mean. What is my fault
he
if
knows the
Allah He
future
sealed?
also,
Hold
right?
on. If Allah sealed my heart, and now because my heart is sealed, I cannot believe because I need the permission to believe.
Correct. Yeah. So you're destined to go to hell.
So
You're
it's
not
not my
destined to
fault
come to
then.
the
Then
heaven.
it's not my fault. No, this is not about permission to go to heaven.
That's not your fault. He knows you. He knows you very well. So he's already destined you to go to hell.
That's
So
false.
that's where you're going.
That's false. If He know me, why He don't let
You mean to
me?
say you're
Hold
going to
on,
be?
hold on.
You mean to say you know you're going to
Hold
go to
on, my
heaven
friend,
and God is wrong?
He know me, He don't know me. That will not change anything. Let us say I have 10 kids. I know 2 or 3 of them, they are very bad. But I'm not going to seal their heart so they will not listen to me. I'm not going to put a cotton in their ears so they will not hear me. I'm not going to put folders over their eyes so they cannot see me. If I do that, that means I am doing it to them. They are not doing it to me. So when Allah is the one is sealing their heart, that is a destiny. Allah He sealed their eyes so they cannot see. Why they are blind? They cannot see because Allah He made them don't see. It's not because they choose to see or not.
Yeah, that's the difference, isn't it?
No,
That's the difference.
no, because
Yeah,
now,
see, for the
you
example you
see,
gave.
I mentioned to you that Jesus says, not everyone says to me, God will enter the kingdom of my Father, which means many of us will enter, but the one who do, who is going to be the one, the chosen one from those who say God, is those who do His will. So He have a will, and we have to agree with His will, not to be forced to hear. I cannot even agree with His will because Allah He sealed my eyes, He sealed my hearing, He sealed my heart, and now you are asking me to believe. That's stupid. I ask you.
See, you as a human being,
No,
you don't
I'm
know
a human
the future.
being. This is why you
But
should
God,
help
He
me,
knows you
not
from
the
before
opposite.
and after.
I am a human being, not God. So God should help me not to make it impossible for me. Now it's impossible because what is left? He sealed my hearing, He sealed my heart, He sealed my eyes, and now asking me to believe?
Yeah, because you wouldn't believe anyway. That's
How
why.
you know? Leave me for
Because you're
myself.
the living
So
proof of
listen,
it.
you
You
are
are
saying you will
living
not
proof,
believe
CP.
anyway. So why He is seeing their heart? They will not believe
Okay,
anyway.
what is the chance? Okay, I have a question for you.
Let us say you are a bad person. Is it true that there is many bad people that repent and they become good people?
Correct.
All right. So how that will work in repentance?
Because Allah hasn't sealed their hearts. He's given them a
What do you
chance
mean
to
He's seeing the
become a
heart?
good
He
person.
is the one who sees our heart. My friend,
Yeah,
even the criminals, this is a lie. This is a false statement. Even the criminals, they repent and they ask God for forgiveness. So when you say
Correct.
that God, He made them blind, and then He complained why they don't believe, and then we showed you that Allah is the one who misled them. I asked you, do you need the permission from Allah to believe? You said yes.
Yes.
Why I
That's
need the
true.
permission from Allah to believe?
It's His decision. He controls everything.
Exactly. So it's not your decision. It's a destiny.
It's not. It's not a decision at all.
Exactly. So you Muslim believe this.
He
is
knows who's
this
going
is
to go
why
to
the
heaven. He knows
child.
who's
This
going
is
to go
why
to
the
hell.
child. He is a baby. He will go to hell.
Yeah, because he knows that that child was destined for hell.
How you know that he is a child? He's dying. He died as a child. He did not grow to
Yeah,
commit
that's the
sin.
confusing part.
Are you saying to me you will punish somebody for no sin he commit? He died. He died as a baby.
Yeah, that is the confusing part for me actually.
My friend,
The baby part.
don't you believe in justice?
I do.
Okay, is it justice that I will send a baby to hell for no sin he commit? And he is a Muslim baby?
No, it's not just. No, it doesn't seem right.
Doesn't seem right. Islam doesn't seem right too. Nothing is right in this religion.
I need to take this up, and I will take this up and see what it is, because
Why we don't do this, me and you? You said to me, my sheikh, my sheikh, my sheikh. I'm willing to stay with you for the coming few hours if you wish. If you can call your sheikh to join us, what do you think? They don't encourage us to
speak with any other Christians actually.
Do you know why they
don't
don't
speak with them,
encourage
those
you?
people will.
Do you know why they don't encourage you? Because they are coward. They know they cannot refute. They will lose their career.
No, what they tell us is different. They tell us that we are told that you have already corrupted your books. So if you've corrupted your books,
Well,
then you
I just
follow
showed you the
something
Quran
different.
says, okay, where the Quran says we corrupted our book? It's you Muslim who corrupt the book. If I ask you right now, what is the first chapter was given to Muhammad? What you will say?
I have no idea.
Isn't it the one it says to him,
But
Iqra,
I know that
read?
there is an order of revelation and there's an order of
Yeah. Okay. So the angel, he came to Muhammad. The first thing he said to him, read, correct?
correct.
Okay. What is the first chapter in the Quran now? Al-Fatiha. So who is the one who corrupt the book? You.
Yeah, this is not corrupt. No, this is the
No,
words
this is
remain
corrupt.
the same,
The
but
Quran
only
says,
location
listen,
is changed.
listen. The Quran says those who change the words from their location is corrupting the book. Read with me.
Which was that?
You see, this is why you should invite your sheikh so he can look so bad. For you don't look. I mean, for you are not a sheikh, so it's okay. But the Quran says those who change words from their location, they are corrupting the book. Here we go. Chapter 4, verse number 46. And the Muslims speaking here about the Quran speak about the Jews. What they do? They change the word from their location. Al-mawadi'ihi. Your translation, the one you choose from, let's see, this is Biktal. Yeah, this is Biktal. Saying from their context, but in Arabic it says from their location. And what happened here?
Context.
One Jew, he put his finger over a verse. He did not change it even. He just put the finger over the verse about stoning to death in the Old Testament. Muhammad is accusing them that they change the words from their location, and that is a corruption. But he did not change the book, because later we see Muhammad swearing by the same book. He took an oath. So as you see, the one who changed words from their location, he is doing corruption according to the Quran. If you change the translator, this is Big Tal. Let us go to the front idiot. Hilali and Khan. You will see.
That's
Here it says,
he adds too much of
among those who are Jews,
brackets. I call him the bracket man.
there are some who displace words from their right places. Do you see it? Displace, what they do? They displace words from their right places.
Among those who are the Jews, there are some who displace words from their right places.
Okay, so this is corruption. The one who changed words from their places is a corruption. This is what you Muslim did.
We hear your word, and
you change words, you change chapters, you change sentence, you change everything. As an example, if you go in the Quran, there's a verse in the Quran
this, I think
says
it's talking
today.
about the twisting of the verses.
What?
I think this is more to do with the twisting of verses. They are taking it, interpreting it in whatever would suit them. Like for example, the Quran verse, when you take it, you interpret it in a way, but a sheikh, they interpret it in a different way.
I'm not interrupting, my friend. I can show you the interpretation by Muslims. I'm not going to give interpretation of my own. If I give you my own interpretation, you would die laughing. Listen, the last thing Muhammad he said before he died, today I choosing for you Islam as a religion. Complete my favor upon you, according to Muhammad. Allah saying that. Do you agree with this statement? Before he died, this day, I have perfected your religion for you, completed my favor upon you, and have chosen for you Islam as your religion. This is the last statement Muhammad he said before he died. Do you agree with it?
Where is it mentioned before he died? It mentioned that before he died.
So it's not before he died.
This day I perfected your religion.
I'm asking you, this is
completed my favor
before he
upon
died,
you?
or is this long before he died?
This day those who have disbelieved have given up all hope of your religion. So fear them not, but fear me. This day I have perfected your religion for you, completed my favor. Who? Here, but this is Allah talking to Muhammad, no?
Exactly. But does it say today, this day? It says that this day.
Yes.
Okay, this day what happened?
This day I have perfected your religion for you.
Okay, so Islam is
Completed my
became perfect,
favor
right? Islam
on
now completed. Islam as a religion perfected. Everything they need to know about Islam is ready, done. Correct?
Yeah, this is Allah's word to Muhammad at that
No
time.
problem. That make it even more horrible. So today Islam is perfect. Today Islam is completed. Today Islam is a chosen for you. Do we agree with this?
Yes.
But this verse can be true only if this is the last verse in the Quran.
CD, my phone might disconnect. I'm having a problem with my charger
No problem.
here.
You can listen to me later. And thank you for calling. I advise you to bring your sheikh to call me. We join you. I welcome him. I promise you I will be nice to him.
Definitely.
All right. But I want you to listen to me
I
after we
will,
finish.
I will do this.
Yeah, your phone is dying and your faith is dying, and soon you will leave Islam and you will see. But as you see here, you can hang up if you want. As you see, if this is really the last, can be true only if it's the last verse in the Quran. Somebody took it, put it here.
Yes.
For there's no way, because if this is true, that this verse is in the correct location, then all the chapters after this point is a fraud. For Islam is completed. And this is the chapter 5. This is the chapter 5, verse number 3. That's mean we have all the Quran. 99% of the Quran is a fraud. For Islam is perfect.
But as per the order of revelation,
huh?
But what verse is this? What chapter is this as per the order of revelation?
I don't care. You see, you Muslims, who gave you the right to move a verse to this place which make no sense? If you Muslims, you claim that you preserved your book, as your prophet said, how in the world the end of the movie became in the beginning? Who order you, who allow you to cut the movie from the end and put it in the beginning? This is a true. Like now I'm done. I say thank you guys for everybody. I hope today you have a good time. But I cannot say that in the first 5 minutes of I start, unless my video is 5 minutes. And then I stay after that for 3, 4 hours, 5 hours talking. When in the beginning I said thank you guys for listening and bye-bye. This is bye-bye. This is Muhammad saying bye-bye. This can be true only if he is dying. And this is the last revelation he received from his false God. Today, it's about timing. Not this month. Today, this day. I did perfected your religion. Everything is perfect. Nothing is missing. And to make it even more horrible, completed. It's complete. Jesus, he said, it's completed in the cross. Not in the first day. In the cross. If we say it in the beginning, but does it make sense? In the cross, now he is crucified, and then he died. And before he died, he said, it's completed. Makes sense. This is a great proof that the Quran is a book of fabrication. It does not even exist. It's a collection of stories. We do not know who put them together. You Muslims have no authentic source. You don't have a single copy of the Quran. You don't have a single manuscript. There's one manuscript found in the University of in England. I forgot the name of the university. It was a gift from a Christian priest. The leather go back to the before the time of Muhammad, but what is written there is not the same as the Quran. Just one single manuscript, and the Muslims, they make a big noise about it. We have tens of thousands of manuscripts around the world in many languages. And yet the Muslim, they lie and they say we have no book. And then the Quran says confirming what is with them. And then we go to the Quran, we find the Quran is silly, is funny, is stupid. So my friend Abdul Mu'min, I invite you to leave Islam immediately. For you might die today and your soul will be taken from you. And forgiveness is not a choice always. forgiveness after you die. There's no forgiveness. So this is a religion of a fraud. Everything there is contradiction. The Quran itself says, if this is a book made by other than Allah, you will find in it a lot of contradiction. So the Quran itself failed the test of Allah, which is a silly test, by the way, because I have many books, wrote myself, and have zero contradiction. Doesn't mean I'm God. It's a silly challenge. So I advise you to leave Islam immediately, for you might go to sleep and you don't wake up. And Jesus, the mighty Lord, will come. The Almighty God, He will come to you in the day of judgment, and He will say to you, did you speak to a Christian prince? Did he say to you, believe in me? Did you hang up and says no? What say you, Abdul Mu'min? Do you want to believe? Abdul Mu'min?
Yes, I'm here.
Do you want
Sorry,
to believe?
I'm having a problem with my charger. It's going on and off.
Oh, okay. Do you want to leave Islam, my
Sorry
friend?
Not today.
Not today. Tomorrow is good.
I have to check certain things with my sheikh over here, and definitely I'm going to speak with him and try to come to speak with you. But
Abdul Mu'min, just to show you how sure I am, just to show you how sure I am and how unbrave they are, and they knew they are fraud. Tell them this guy, he offer a respected challenge. We can make you yourself a moderator between us, you as a Muslim.
Okay.
They can come to debate me, and you can switch the microphone between us. There's no time, crossfire, but just to cool it down in case things go out of control, I will make you a moderator. What do you say? I don't accept moderator, by the way, usually. I don't accept moderator because
no, I will check with these people.
Yeah. So bring them. I
stay in the.
Go ahead.
I stay in a country which, you know, it is very. I stay in Saudi Arabia, so it's a very.
No problem. I mean, you are not doing anything. You are asking them. Don't say anything in front of them. Just tell them, debate this guy, prove him wrong.
Okay.
And as long as you stay Saudi Arabia, that's mean they can bring somebody who speak Arabic. That even would be even easier for me.
Okay.
All right. So tell them this guy is a challenging loud and clear that not a single sheikh dare to come and debate him. If they can make a victory, they will make a victory for Allah. Why they will not do it? If they refuse to do it, it's mean they knew that they have the weakness. They have false God. They have false prophet. They have false books, and they don't want to face the truth, for the truth will defeat them.
No, definitely they will come. I will speak with them, and
all right. I will take your word for granted then that Mr. Abdul Mu'min, soon he will invite his sheikhs, and he says definitely they will come. We heard him. So let us see how definitely work. I will give you a few days to come back to me. I go live always every like a day and two or something. So anytime, Abdul Mu'min, you can call me and tell me I have a sheikh with me. I will be happy to have them.
Inshallah.
All right. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for calling. You're a nice person.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Take care.
Thank
you. Let us pray for our friend Abdul Mu'min, that he will see the truth and the truth will set him free. And let us pray that the sheikhs, they will accept to come, and if they have faith, there's no reason for them not to come. You see, as you see, we spoke all this time, we have nice conversation, we would do the same. I humiliate a person if only he is rude, is filthy. As long you are, being a good person, you are more than welcome. I will speak for you for hours until you give up yourself, until your phone die or you die. So as you see, Islam is a false cult, and this is what we prove every day. So I want to say to you all, thank you for being here. I hope today we have a good time together. We learn something good, so we can teach something good to others. Remember always that what you learn here is not just for you. So you might share with your friends, your family, so you can teach them, educate them. This is not a dish you eat in a restaurant and then you poop in a bathroom. This is knowledge will stay with you for the rest of your life. It's a priceless knowledge. You will know how valuable it is only when you need it. You see, human being, today he can't light a fire by a little tiny matches. Long time ago, human being, he spent hours and hours trying to make a fire. A lot of work. But fire can be started by a match. And we are giving you the matches for good fire, to warm your heart, to show you the truth, so the truth will set you free. Thank you all for being here. May the Lord bless you. Join us in Patreon if you care. And if you don't, it's all right. The Lord care. God is good, so is Jesus. And in him we believe. He is our might. He is our power. He is our strength. And the Quran have holes in the narrative, same as Muhammad. Thank you.
The Prophet tells us because Satan or the devil sleeps over our nostrils. Those who oversleep and not pray Fajr on time, Satan urinates in their ears.
I really do think Jesus was crucified and that he really was dead and buried. He thought that he was a son of God in the sense that he was specially chosen by God. I think Jesus really did think he was going to be the Messiah, the future king of Israel. I mean, that is, after all, why they crucified him,